this just is one of them occasions when the homie's not doing it right. How many find themselves strolling through life? But you can't walk this way throughout life. And when it all boils down, you gon' find at the end a sucker is a sucker and a friend is a friend. So what? That you're strolling through life, but you can't walk that way in this life. Gotta liberate the minds of the ones that's gon' fight for us. No time to hesitate, we gotta water this dry forest. So many called, you are chosen. How can we be free? When fear is interwoven. Recognize the fact our lifestyle was stolen. Snuff our lights out with composure. Now everything is church. Confession is open. We think we're blessed, but we were stripped from emotions. Naked and afraid of the land we were stolen. The beautiful mother continent of this whole shit. Some claim to be an Indian. Hell no. That's an old trick. Regurgitating, we have no evidence for old ships. That's just old fake news on a new clip. Better watch out who you dealing with. I won't stand on anti-African sentiment. I'm a different class of revolution, I get it in. Like Dr. John Henry Clark said, listen, we don't have many friends, none. So you can stand for the truth or fall for a lie. But if you choose to fall for a lie, what a demise. It's your life to commit intellectual suicide. Now this just is one of them occasions when the homie's not doing it right. How many find themselves strolling through life? But you can't walk this way throughout life. And when it all boils down, you gon' find at the end a sucker is a sucker and a friend is a friend. So what? That you're strolling through life, but you can't walk that way in this life. Gotta liberate the minds of the ones that's gon' fight for us. No time to hesitate, we gotta water this dry forest. Gotta hope and the brothers that swerve and die for it. And for the ones that served, I know they'll snipe for us.
JC, you cold for this one.
Now this just is one of them occasions when the homie's not doing it right. How many find themselves strolling through life? But you can't walk this way throughout life. And when it all boils down, you gon' find at the end a sucker is a sucker and a friend is a friend. So what? That you're strolling through life, but you can't walk that way in this life.
All right. Let me take this off here. All right. Peace, liberation, and inspiration. Welcome back to Kofi Piesie TV. I am Kofi Piesie. Let me change this thing too. Hold on 1 second, y'all. Let me change my camera view. Should be that while ago. All right, well, yeah, welcome back to Kofi Piesie TV with Kofi Piesie Research Team. We're gonna have a decent discussion today, man. But first, man, if you don't know, man, if you've been under a rock, man, I just released a new book called Mandingo Theory, Castrations of Africans, and the Sex-crazed Conceptualization. If you didn't check out the show on Friday, go back and check out the show on Friday. There was a phenomenal show. We had tons of authors that I respect that was on the panel. We had a nice discussion. I wasn't able to give away a book, a shirt, and a hat, but hopefully today, before the end of this show, if y'all answer a few questions, some people come on the panel in real time, that is, I'll be giving away a book, a hat, and a shirt to the winner. And the book is available again on Same Tree Different Branch Publishing Company. So please go out and support that book. But I got on the panel, I got my brother Satep and Ra. I say it every time. Sutek. I got brother Chavis and brother T'Challa on the panel, man. Y'all got anything, man, before we open up the show, man, and get into this discussion about our brother Charleston White?
Yeah, man. Peace to the family. Share Lafayette. Appreciate everybody for coming through. Make sure you please like the show. Please share the show. Help us get into these YouTube algorithms to where our name and our shows pop up a little more often. Give people who haven't had a chance to hear about us the opportunity. But yeah, man, stay tuned. It's about to be a good discussion.
All right, I just want to say peace to the brothers and Panel, peace to Pure Blak, peace to Donnie Williams, peace to Truth to Power, Millions, Teddy. You know what I'm saying? Everybody that's gonna come in as we go on. Like I'm just gonna echo what Sutek said. Like and share the show, man. Help us get into the algorithms and help people hear these discussions that we have. We plan to do a little bit more, be more visible on some of these topics. But that's all I got. Ready for interesting conversation.
All right, peace, brother T'Challa. Peace to all those in the chat. Peace to my brothers on the panel. And yeah, I'm gonna kick back and let them take the reins on this one. I'm a bit out of the loop, so I'm gonna see what my brothers got to say, and hopefully y'all enjoy the show, like and share the show. Peace and Black Power.
All right, man. So this is what we're gonna do for people. Please, y'all, please like and share the show, man. Please like and share the show. So we're just gonna have a discussion. Is Charleston White a clown, or is Charleston White is what we've been waiting on? So we all have a different opinions of who Charleston White is, or what he's representing, or what he's trying to get across. So we're gonna be just having a discussion amongst each other. Y'all can get involved in the discussion if y'all want to get involved in the discussion. If you want to get on the panel, just let us know. We'll throw the link in. If y'all just want to stay in the chat, and get involved in the chat, that's fine as well. So we gonna Sutek has some clips, he's gonna queue up, and we gonna listen to a couple of those clips, some of the things that he says, what I'm saying. We're gonna assess some of the stuff that he's saying, man, and and have an open discussion about it.
All right, so yeah, those of us that may not be too familiar with Charleston White, I feel like most of us should be, but just in case, I'm gonna play this quick video of the shenanigans and why people consider him a clown. I'm gonna play the disclaimer first. Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976. And from there, we'll get into it.
Been going viral for a minute, and I want to hear your opinion. Would you take $500,000 or dinner with Jay-Z?
Man, give me $500,000. Fuck Jay-Z.
I mean, down south, go ass nigga.
Down south Louisiana?
Nigga, this ain't no Ohio nigga. This is boat, nigga. Bitch ass nigga, come across the state line, nigga. Get your shit mopped up, pussy ass nigga.
You said down south Louisiana. I've never heard of down south Louisiana before.
South Louisiana, bitch ass nigga.
I've never heard of South Louisiana.
Come across the state lines, bitch ass nigga, and find out.
Give me an address and I'll be there.
Bitch ass nigga, won't get no address. Nigga, just pull up. Nigga, meet me at the state line. Nigga, I'll be there, nigga.
Where at the state line?
Nigga, meet me at the state line. Nigga, the rest stop. Nigga, it's the first rest stop, nigga.
That don't sound right.
The first rest stop.
Now, NBA YoungBoy was released from jail, and he recently spoke out. He says he loves wearing makeup. He's been wearing it in his music videos, and he says that makeup makes him feel happy. It makes him feel like a rock star.
You come out of jail saying this, huh? That what you said? Yeah. And then was he saying this before he went in jail? Have he expressed any of this before he went in jail? Real white boy done broke him. He done been buck broke. Yeah, I told his fans a long time ago. The boy might as well start making gospel music. But I was right, but I was wrong. The boy going gothic. Just the Marilyn Manson kind of shit. Now, I don't know what happened in that jailhouse to that boy to make that boy come out of here hot about makeup, make him feel good. Who was his cellmate? They need to be finding out who that boy's cellmate was. Who done talked that boy into saying makeup make him feel good? And before then, he was killing folk, shooting people, all that other kind of shit. And man, the boy made a video. His men had to be wearing lipstick. Green lipstick now. What done happened? That's why I recommend jails for niggas ass. Boy, that white boy know where to put you and send you where you come out and you be on your best behavior. He ain't gonna cause no trouble with that makeup on his face. I bet you that he ain't nobody getting hurt no more. Yeah, ain't nobody getting hurt no more. Boy, our prayers is being answered. There got to be a God now. He done went from doing that guitar thing, shooting them gun like they doing them video like that stuff. Shit, boy, now goddamn it, he wearing makeup. Yeah, I'm telling you, who else need to go over there? Do y'all got any names we can put on the list for them to send whoever need to go where that boy there went and where Bobby Shmurda went? Say, I got a new solution for all the niggas that want to fight me. Let's have a spelling bee. Yeah, let's have a spelling bee. Say, Mr. 55, how about I challenge you to a spelling bee? Let's put the gloves down, we'll put the gun down and the hands down, and let's remove violence out of the neighborhood and come with a new conflict resolution. Every time we get into it with each other, nigga, we either have a historical debate on historical facts, or we have a spelling bee, or we have a mathematician competition where we do algebra, pre-algebra, addition, subtraction, and multiplication and division problems, and see who the toughest in the brain. How about we do that, Crib, man? Would y'all be down for that? I'm calling you out right now, nigga. You big bad motherfucker. Yeah. You heavyweight lifting ass retard. I'm calling you out to my expertise and my skills. I can't fight. Yeah, I don't know how to fight. And then I only got one eye. If you hit me in that one good eye, I'm at your mercy. Yeah, boy, you find out which one is the good eye, and you get to land a punch in that good eye, boy. You get to do whatever you want to do to me. So let's make it even. Let's make it a fair fight. Let's have a spelling contest.
Information that you're calling about, and we will return your call at our earliest convenience. Thank you.
Yes, my name is Charleston White. I'm a victim of a crime by a guy of a rolling 50 Crip. They call him 55 Street Crip, baby OG baby snaps. He got a cell phone in prison and he's making threats to victims via social media. He's recording threatening videos that's very terrifying in a prison cell in the dark, and he's making gang threats. My contact number is area code 936-255-5102. I'm calling in reference to a Department of Correction and Rehabilitation inmate by the name of OG Baby Snaps, rolling 55 Street Crips, and I think his real name is Michael or Mitch Hunt. He's calling, leaving threatening message via cell phone in prison. Michael Hunt, OG Baby Snaps, rolling 50 Crips, 55 Street. My name is Charleston White, and I'm the victim that he's victimizing. My contact number is 936-255-5102. Please call back in a hurry because I am terrified of my life. And my next call is to the California Attorney General's office. I can't believe you guys are letting inmates use phones and just call and threaten good law-abiding citizens. You in trouble now. You done fucked up now. You know that, don't you? You know you done fucked up, don't you?
Shit's been going viral for a minute, and I want to hear your opinion. Would you take $500,000 or dinner with Jay-Z?
Man, give me $500,000. Fuck Jay-Z. Yeah, man. Yeah, then give me $500,000. Man, I don't want. Who want to take a sit down with Jay-Z over $500,000?
You'd be surprised.
It's some people say they want to sit on his lap then. Yeah, they want to jump on his lap and talk to him like he's Santa Claus. Yeah, tell me what you know, Jay-Z. No, nigga, I don't want to know a month. Give me that $500,000. I know what to do with this here now. Yeah. I know what to do. Fuck his conversation.
Saying shout out to the young nigga who I ain't never let cut my hair before. And I fell asleep in his chair and I woke up with my edge up 2 inches high. Yeah. That nigga made my head big in the motherfucker. And I'm disgruntled behind that. I ain't had a haircut in a month trying to get that edge up to grow back. I think I might have to go get that man weed. That nigga fucked me up, man. I'm mad in the motherfucker.
He put it back on?
Yeah, man, you know how they do. I was in the trail sleep, probably Bob. You know how niggas be. He done fucked up. And nigga, I wake up with a perfect motherfucker me lying, but it was in the middle of my goddamn head. It was straight though. It was straight the motherfucker. And it take forever to go back. It take forever to go back. Say, you see?
He funny.
The dude hilarious, man.
He funny, man.
That caters to the clown aspect of what you was in your title. You know what I'm saying? The entertainment aspect. That's where I'm putting my stance. I'm seeing a lot of entertaining that shit, a lot of clown shit.
Yeah, he's created he created a character. So he's always talking about the character. So and that's the issue. That's the only issue I have with him. Is the character part, and we're gonna get into some more stuff. But hold on. I wanted to respond to Leonard. He said he doesn't, and you could hold on. Let me go over here, man, and do that. Leonard said something, Sutek, that you can kind of, because you done dig a little bit further than we have when we talk about, like he always talking about, let's see, what he say. Here it is. I think that's what he said. He says, did it show up on there? Okay.
He said he ain't doing anything for black people as a whole. So I think the comment before that, he spoke on some. Go find the other comment.
Okay. But he is doing some stuff in the community. I know he's always.
He say he may have done things for the black people, but he's very contradictory and double talk. I agree 100%.
Oh yeah, he's a little contradictory. I gave him that in double talk, but the brother is doing some things in the community. Sutek, can you speak on some of the stuff that you found out that he was actually doing? Like he's always talking about he's an activist and how he works with the kids and how he goes and speak at these schools. And when he was in LA, what he did, and I think he was at a youth center or something. I heard an interview. This was maybe about a year ago, but can you kind of elaborate on some of the stuff that you found out that he was actually doing? He is actually an activist, right?
Yeah, he is. He's a community activist. Before we even knew the internet, meaning before we even knew who Charleston White was, like he was out here doing this work. He was doing this work, like you said, when he was in LA, he worked for a youth center. Before that, he was, and after that, he's been going to council meetings, trying to get laws changed and passed for the sake of black people and underprivileged poor people. He, like you said, he goes to school. We got him on tape doing this, going to schools, elementary schools in different places, Atlanta, Memphis, talking to the kids, trying to get them on the right track and steer them away from the negative gun violence and gang violence that is happening in their communities. So yeah, man, dude has been putting in his work. Regardless of what he says, he's definitely, that's one thing, but it's a whole nother thing when you talk about what he's actually doing, because he is actually out here doing some work. He's doing a lot more than anybody else I've seen on the internet talking that talk. So
my issue is what kind of like model or like example is he setting while he's doing that? Like, okay, we see him doing he's at the youth center and then gets off there and then puts on his phone, goes on live, and then does some not productive ass shit. So that kind of offsets it for me. So what kind of example? Yeah, you telling them one thing, but then they see you on the internet telling fuck this dude, fuck this dead guy. Come basically try me. If you won't, I'm gonna tell on you. That's a poor example of me.
I think that's it's as far as like if you fucking with people, people that is not in the street, not a part of their life, don't abide by them laws and regulations, I would say tell. God damn it, that's what you're supposed to do. That's a part of the game.
Right. But is he telling them the consequences and repercussions that come with telling? Is he enlightening them on that?
No, I got one thing that, like, I know in the, a lot of us grew up in the streets. I grew up in the streets. I committed some crimes in the streets, even did some time behind some of the crimes that I did in the streets. And, and I know me growing up in the streets and me being in the streets, being a hustler in the street, there was always a code of, that was spoken about, and that was not snitching, right? That you can't snitch, you know what I'm saying? Real NEGGRs don't snitch, you know what I'm saying? So real street personalities don't strict. This is a part of the code, right? But I do agree with something that he said on the interview, and maybe we'll probably get into it. Maybe you got it queued up because we're gonna look at a couple of more of his interviews. But I share the same sentiment as him, okay? And I'll give you an example of what he said, and I feel him because this happened to me. He's saying, okay, it's okay to tell. Let's say that I get in the car with Chavis, right? And Chavis got drugs in the car. And then we get pulled over. Chavis didn't tell me, hey, bro, before I get in the car with you, man, I got 3 or 4 pounds of weed in the trunk, you know what I'm saying? I got some powder, you know what I'm saying? I got about 20 grams of powder in the glove compartment. Hey, bro, you know what I'm saying? That's how I'm riding. I got to go, you know what I'm saying? I got to go make a few licks in a few minutes, man. But you can get in the car. You can ride with me. I'll take you where you want to go. But I'm just letting you know I got it. But he don't tell me. And I get in the car with Chavis, right? And we get pulled over in Chavis' car. And now they find this 20 or 30 grams of powder. And they, get a search warrant. Or Chavis willing to pop his trunk. Now he sees these 30 grams in the glove compartment and the pounds in the trunk. Chavis is not saying something. So now they trying to charge both of us with the crime. Chavis don't want to hold up for what he did. I'm telling on Chavis. I'm telling you what I would do. Okay, Chavis supposed to be my man. He didn't tell me he had all these drugs in his car. We get pulled over. Instead of him holding up for the things that he doing, he don't say nothing, where now it's going to be both of us being charged because he's saying it's not his and I'm saying it's not mine. So they finna take both of us to jail and they're going to charge us both with the drugs because I'm in the car with him and he's not holding up for it. I'm telling. And that was something that he was trying to specify too when he was talking about the street code versus the civilian and those who don't stand up for what they supposed to stand up. So in that aspect of when he's talking about snitching or telling, it's two different things. I'm telling on you. If you ain't man enough, because I'm gonna tell you, I was in the car as a young man and was riding with my cousin and we got pulled over and we both was finna get charged with the drug that he had in the car because he didn't hold up. Eventually, when we got downtown, it took for him to get downtown, I guess, to think about it. And for him to hold up, for them to let me go, you know what I'm saying? And tell them that I didn't know, I wasn't aware that he had drugs in the car. I didn't say nothing at the time, but he had drugs in the car. But if he wouldn't have said that, I would have got charged for something that I didn't even know that he had in the car and he didn't stand on. You see what I'm saying? And then going back to another incident, and I'm not glorifying it, I was a successful drug dealer. And when I got caught with drugs, I went and hid the drugs and got caught. And I'm saying this because I already done been to court. I already been I already done did my time for it. I did some time behind this. I had to go sit down for a minute for the crimes that I did. But I could have not hold up for it, and they was finna take all of us to jail that was at this apartment complex when they went and found the drugs when the K9 unit ran into the pulled up in the apartment complex after the narc went around. And at first I didn't say nothing, and they was finna take everybody that was there that I was around, take them to jail, and say they was finna charge everybody there for this amount of drugs that we had in the car. But I did it, so I stood up and said, hey, it's mine. They let them go and put me in the handcuffs and took me downtown after they tested the drugs that I had and took me on to jail. You know what I'm saying? But if they would have told, and if I wouldn't have stood up for what I would have stood up, you know what I'm saying, for and holding up for those drugs, and they would have said something, I couldn't be mad at them and say that they snitched on me because now I'm downtown. I did the crime, so I got to do the time. I got to hold up for it. So that's a difference when he's talking about certain things, when he talks about snitching and telling. Some things when he talk about telling, it has nothing. It's the civilian versus the street guy. And the civilian and the street guy, they live by two totally different opposite rules. So the rules that apply to the street guy does not apply to the civilian. And it's the rules that civilians operate on does not the street guy does not operate on. So in that aspect, when he's talking about certain things, boom, I totally agree, and I would totally do the same thing. Whether you look at me crazy or not, I agree with that. But now on the other hand, part is, I don't even know. It just all depends on the situation when it talks about when it comes to snitching. You know what I'm saying? Because I have my reservation when it comes to snitching, when a lot of our kids are getting killed in our own neighborhood and we know who did it and seen it, and we won't stand up for it when things happen to us, we always fighting for justice. You know what I'm saying? For the horrendous acts or the horrendous crimes that the police or whoever has put on us, who has taken a life to us. But when we take the lives, but we can get in that later. That's just a totally different thing. But I just want to throw that out there because he always talk about snitching and telling and talk about the two different things. And he always give an incident where he's telling, where he's saying, I'm telling. And then he gives an example of certain things. So on that aspect, I agree with him. But on the other aspect, it all depends. But I got my reservation when it comes to snitching in a totality altogether. But that's just my piece on it.
I agree with, clearing your name and whatnot, but even in the civilian world, telling is frowned upon, you know what I'm saying? And then there's the whole dynamic of the blending of street rules and reality, because they clash. You got street people out here running into civilians, treating old women, calling them snitches. I had a dude call my uncle a snitch because he called the laws behind the incident that happened. And I was like, bro, that's an old man. Like, what code is he supposed to be abiding by? But just the reality of the situation is we got a bunch of blending going on. You know what I'm saying? So the shit gets tricky as far as that goes. And I understand, like, contextually in certain circumstances you can agree with him. I just have a hard time dealing with characters, people that's like, I can't tell what your true character is because you steady putting on an act for YouTube, or you know what I'm saying. So that's just my personal bias. I can't deal with fakery. You know what I'm saying? That's just me.
Yeah,
that's my 2 cents.
I agree that the no snitching clause has gone a little bit too far. Like you said, it's getting blended over into the realm of the civilian, the realm of the neutral people, and it's causing a problem. Like you said, like when motherfucker get killed at the basketball park, where these kids is at trying to have a little fun after school, and they scared to say what happened because they don't want to be labeled a snitch. They don't want to have to deal with the consequences, which nowadays, bro, honestly, I don't see too many consequences. That's just me.
Yep.
We still got 6ix9ine running around here. Like to be honest, like we still got George Zimmerman running around here. So like you worried about a snitch? Like it's more important things to be worried about. Like I understand. I understand. He might go a little too far at times with disrespecting the dead. That would be like my only conflict with him. But you know, he tries to justify that. I still kind of don't understand the justification. I mean, I understand what he's getting at. I don't understand if that's justifiable to be disrespecting the dead, because these people still have kids and family members out here that's watching this after they passed on. So I don't know about that aspect, but you know, for the most part, yeah, I'm a supporter. I'm a supporter because I agree with the stuff that he's talking about. But we'll get further into that as we continue.
Yeah, I know we're gonna play another video, but I want to say this too before we play another video. We have to look at it like this too. Most people that stand up for their people, you know what I'm saying? These activists and the past and present, man, they ain't got no money, right? And there's something that we need to do. And I'm saying this because, all right, we know a lot of our activists that we glorify that has gone on, who has been killed, has been assassinated, has been ostracized. You know what I'm saying? They were for the people, but they didn't really have no money. You know what I'm saying? They didn't really have money coming in to continue to, so they did certain things in order to try to support themselves and support them family. This is a fact. Charleston White, he's an activist. You know, he has done a lot of things in the community way before he got online and started doing things. You know what I'm saying? Like we've talked about in LA, you know what I'm saying? The things that he's doing in Dallas, and then now he's spreading everywhere, you know what I'm saying, to try to affect change in the community, right? Some of us that has issues with the brother, we ain't doing a damn thing. And I disagree when it comes to the things that he does online. It's a turnoff for me at times where I may have to turn it off if I'm paying attention. But, you know, and he's doing this, and I'm not justifying him doing it, but okay, we know through historical records that all of our activists didn't really have no money to do nothing. They was poor. They didn't really have it. So they did, they was barely making it, or they had to do other things to make ends meet, right, to support themselves and support their family. So this guy is taking amongst himself, which I don't agree with, but this is why YouTube is very beneficial now. So he's using YouTube, and it's crazy that we are like this, because even when we look at this platform here, we have quality information on this channel, right? But we do it in a way, we do it eloquently, like and we do it where professionally, right? And we do it without the antics, right? We do it without a lot of, we have a little entertainment, we have a little fun, but we do it with like it becomes more where it's more educational, more than entertainment. So our people love to be entertained. So we suffer the numbers over here because we won't resort to do what the other platforms do. We won't bring on people that spew information. We won't bring on people who's hostile. We won't bring on a lot of people who's argumentative. We won't bring on a lot of people who likes to sun other individuals to stroke their own ego. We won't compromise who we are to be more entertaining and be more negative. That's what our people tends to flock to, is the negative. We have been so traumatized where we just love trauma. So we love afflicting trauma on other people, and we love to see other people afflicting trauma on other people. This is where we get our entertainment from, right? So this brother, I guess he's accessed this. I don't know, but I'm saying, just me looking at it, he's accessed this and say, okay, I don't want to end up like none of these other activists. I want to be able to cover more ground and be able to do other things, which that is what he's doing now, where he's able to travel and affect change in other communities instead of when he was presiding in LA. I mean, whatever part of California he was in and his hometown of Dallas. Now he's able to roam other places and speak on other platforms and speak and have other speaking engagement because YouTube has become a monetary thing for him. But in order for him to do that, ain't nobody gonna listen to him get on and say, hey, I got this going on, that, and the third. We trying to do this for the children. We trying to build this for the children. We trying to build a park over here. We trying to assemble a bunch of black people together so we can get these laws passed in our own community. We trying to start from the state level and build our way up, or the county, whatever. So now this brother has to resort to acting a damn fool just to get black people, because that's who tunes into his shows, black people to tune in. So the more views he get, the more hits that he gets, is allow him to be able to make a decent living. So now he's able to fund some of the things that he's got going on. Now he's able to travel and do other different things, and through this platform, he's able to get some notoriety, because if no matter what, this brother is all over the place, whether you like him or not. Like, and I disagree with what he has to do, but you know, sometimes a person got to do what he got to do. It's the same thing we down in him, but then the same thing when we in the hood, we trying to be just like the drug dealer who said he had no other choice but to get out here and sell drugs just to make a living, to support himself and family, because he had a record and he couldn't go out and get a good job. Or he wasn't that heavily educated where he was able to get a scholarship and go to school because his parent can't pay for him to go to school, can't pay for him to go to college. So he's doing whatever he's got to do to make it, but we glorify the hitter, we glorify the killer, we glorify the pimp, we glorify the thug. But then when this brother's doing actually the same thing, which is I'm making an excuse for him, but he's doing some of the same thing, then everybody got an issue and got a problem with what he's doing, but not looking at he has to do this in order to reach a further goal. And to me, it seems like that's what he's doing, because now he's traveling. His name is out there more. And even with what you disagree with now you going to Google him and see what he is. So when you Google him, now you can see some of the accolades that he has, some of the contributions that he has had in the society, and some of those contributions that he has had, and the effect and the changes that he had on some of these community, it outweighs some of the stuff that y'all just starting to see in the past year of Charleston White on a thing. But we can't, we're going to judge this brother and hang him out to dry. We got to hang the drug dealer out to dry. We got to blame the killer out to dry. We got to, we got to hang the thugs, the gang members out to dry. You know what I'm saying? And some of the stuff that he's speaking on, we just scared to speak on. But I'll talk some more on that, but I wanted to throw that out there too, just to give it a little bit more perspective, because we always pointing the finger at that brother, but we'll glorify the other people who are a detriment in our own community, killing our own people, whether they killing them with a gun or whether they killing them with the drugs slowly.
Yeah, I want one of y'all want to play a video, or you want me to play another one?
No, go ahead.
Go on, play a slavery one. Go on, play that one. I'm gonna get that out the way.
Hold on, because I had the other one queued up. I'll play the slavery real quick.
We gonna play the other one. They always say I'm preaching, man, but I'm cool with it. At first, I used to have a problem with it, but that's who I am, man. That's who Kofi is, man. I get, passionate where it look like I'm preaching. I come from a line of preachers, you know what I'm saying, and my father's a preacher, so I guess it's just embedded in me, man. But I'm no preacher. But he's finna cue up the next.
Get this sanctified pie side today.
Yeah, what he's gonna cure. But we know I'm looking at the things, you know what I'm saying? We need more snitching in the hood. That pure black crazy. everything. So I agree with 99 things Kofi said, but this ain't one of them. Okay, that's cool. That's cool. That's cool. You know what I'm saying? I'll be a fool to think everybody's going to agree with everybody. I know everybody's not going to agree with everybody, and that's just my opinion. That's my assessment on some of the things. You know what I'm saying? So, and some of the things I'm saying is actual factual. You know what I'm saying? Most of our activists were poor people. You know what I'm saying? They was barely making ends meet. You know what I'm saying? So, that's a fact. And we go ahead, man.
Some of these gangsters, these OGs, a lot of them is too. That's one of the sentiments that he echo as well. Like, y'all be looking up to these people when they get older and they get in their OG phase. They ain't got nothing. Mm-hmm. They ain't got nothing. They in the park every day at the same hood that they was when they was 19, 20. Mm-hmm. Fraternizing with these young folks. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah.
They definitely wouldn't have no weight on what no bearing on dictating what I'll do. You know what I'm saying? You got to show me something first, man, before you can tell me something. But hey, to each his own.
I've been seeing Blad ask his guests. He even asked Fajon Love and he asked a few other people about your input. You said that gangbanging is worse than slavery.
Yeah, yeah. And they keep saying, well, slavery lasts 400 years. They gave the slaves somewhere to live. Even black people own slaves. They just didn't beat the slaves because they needed the slaves to be healthy. They taught the slaves. Eventually, they ended up teaching the slaves how to read. They didn't wake up every day and say, hey, let's go kill slaves. No. And only a small portion of white people really own slaves. That's what most people don't want to believe, and that's what most people don't know. It was a small percentage of white people who own slaves. When you look at gangbanging, black people never had the mindset to kill one another. So number one, that's what make it worse than slavery any day. Because when black people saw each other back then, it wasn't to kill each other. Now it's to kill each other. When black people woke up as slaves, their idea was to one day be free, not to look out in the slave quarters and bring oppression to the slave quarters. You see what I'm saying? Man, for anybody to say that gangbanging wasn't worse than slavery, homie, is ludicrous. That 400 years ain't got shit on this 50 year. That 400 years of slavery doesn't have nothing on the 50 years of cycles of gun violence and mayhem that's been black on black. You know what make it worse? You know what make it worse? You know what's worse than anything? You killing your mama, you killing your brother, you killing the people in your family that live in your house. That's worse than anything. Than you going outside of your house doing anything to anybody. And that's what gangbanging is doing, homie. We're in the house. And when we go outside, we worrying about them. Man, when you killed my cousin, man, look what you're doing inside your house. How can you justify it? And everybody he asks, you always see they have to go. They don't never have you always see that question rocks them. Because in their soul and in their spirit, they know it to be true. Our ancestors are screaming from the grave. You know how many people have joined them from gangbanging in 50 years? Man, the numbers that the Ku Klux Klan, they surpassed the number of deaths that's documented. that the Ku Klux Klan have killed, homie, and lynchings. Lynchings were legal, so they kept documentations on them. You could be legally lynched. So they had documentations on every nigga been hung somewhere that they found hung or who they could name something just about. The ones they don't, hey, they don't. But man, there's evidence. There's qualitative evidence, there's quantitative studies and statistics that says and prove what I'm saying.
You might be asking yourself, can you actually?
So, who agrees with that?
You know damn well I don't agree with that.
Just, I want to see, we had a discussion about this. 2 seconds ago, he's gonna work on his argument, help this man, because that shit was some bullshit. You can look in the chat right now, and a lot of people peep the same shit that I peeped when I first. I try to avoid watching this dude video because I'm gonna be honest, I don't like this dude at all. We in the chat arguing about this dude and other stuff for days sometimes, you know what I'm saying? I don't like this dude. If you heard what this man was, that's essentially slavery apologetic. He made an argument that slavery gangbanging is worse than slavery. Now, who would say some stuff like that? What kind of person? I don't know. Somebody that's been brainwashed and can't be historically literate with the mentions of documentations, and it's a lot of stuff he says, a mouthful. But I just want to. Kofi said he don't agree. I see some people in the chat.
I think Tyler was about to say something. I think, weren't you?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Oh, he must have. But I don't agree with this part of it. Like I'm saying, it's like I'm pro Charleston. You know what I'm saying? I'm pro Charleston for him standing up for some of the stuff that he says. Now, some of the stuff that and this interview, I hadn't seen his interview, and like I said, some of the stuff that come out of his mouth, I don't agree with. I don't like his approach, and like some stuff that I if I was him, if you not well versed, illiterate in some things, it's some things, you just should say, you should digress from. And looking at that, I can tell that he was shooting from the hip. He was just shooting from the hip, making up some stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Man, he had nothing. He had no source action. It's crazy. Look who in the chat who agreed, who said that's a good argument. I'm just gonna leave that alone. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna leave that alone. But it speaks. This is a very, very deep conversation. It can get real, real deep. You know what I'm saying? As to what's really going on psychologically and sociologically. There's some issues going on there. Did T'Challa come back?
Yeah,
I'm right here. I got a few things to say, but the brothers Kofi was trying to say his piece.
Go ahead on. I'll come back later on, but I'm just saying, I would just just stating the fact. You can see that he was actually shooting from the hip, and most of the people in here know that what he was saying is not factual. And we're not saying that gang banging is not horrible, for another brother to take another brother over a color. You know what I'm saying? Now, we can talk about that too. I was in that world too. I got it tatted on my body too. You know what I'm saying? I was in a unit where the Bloods was. You know what I'm saying? I was a West Side Avenue Pyru Blood. I was a part of the gang. I mean, when the gang tags would come out, they were already knew who I was. Or once I got downtown, they would identify me with the tattoos that I had, in the streets that I kept up with, whether I was in the county or when I went and did some state time. You know what I'm saying? The same thing. I was where the Bloods was, you know what I'm saying? So, we can talk about that too. We can get in there. Travis can kind of talk about that as well, you know what I'm saying? But, but let's get into it. But go ahead, T'Challa, man. Go ahead.
Sutek, you had your mic open?
No, go ahead. Go in.
All right. I'm not looking in the YouTube chat, but You know, again, peace. Shout out to everybody tuning in. You know, we get it in over here, Kofi Piesie Research Team, as even before we all kind of came together, and Kofi was just kind of, you know, he put his recruiting days down from the streets, and he went on the intellectual internet, just kind of putting information out, and you know, be honest, he really keep up with us in terms of making sure, you know what I'm saying, we all good, check on us, you know, everybody check on each other. You know what I'm saying? Some of us, like myself, take a little time away and come back. What I'm getting at is a true brotherhood. Whether or not certain brothers have been in the streets or not on this team, you see what I'm saying? There's a certain kind of understanding, a level of elevation that brothers go through, you know, whether they live that life or not. And dare I say, it's for the better of who, you know, our brothers are on this panel that may or may not have lived such a lifestyle. For them to learn from their mistakes and be able to say, you know what, let me go ahead and do something else. Now, it's not all, now we can get into the conversation of why black people have sold drugs in America. We understand the whole conversation.
Right.
Jobs and things being taken out of the communities, right? Like you were speaking on, Brother Kofi, where people don't have no other opportunity to put a peanut butter sandwich in their mouth. And so you kind of economically in the same instances of our Jack Johnsons and the rest of the ones that had to fight for the peanut butter sandwich just to stay alive. You see what I'm saying? So it's really not much that has changed there since slavery. For this brother to, you know, to be ignorant like that, that's just what it is. You know, I know my black queens that are listening to the show, they would definitely disagree with this brother in saying that, you know, slavery was better than gang banging because it is the black mothers that continue to birth black children to carry us through these generations while breastfeeding white kids and still having to get back out in that field and pick that cotton and tend to tobacco, you know, to the tobacco fields and all of that. Not to mention the brothers, our men, you know, the men in the chat and on the panel, we was being ripped apart by horses the more militant and aggressive we was. So we was having to be passive just to be able to, you know, and in a sense, that's toxic masculinity if you want to go that route. Because now as a man, I can't stand up for and fight for my own family, for my own life, because you feel like as a white man, you above everything else. So we understand the whole struggle all the way around the board. And there's plenty other things that I haven't mentioned. I'm just trying to be brief so I can pass the mic, you know. But I think that just a real couple quick statements that really stood out to me was, you know, when people use absolutes, um, black people never thought this, black people never this, black people always that. You got to be careful with those words. And those of us that research, those of us that have put works out, and those of you who do a lot of literature review and who research on your own, you know that it's dangerous to speak in absolutes, right?
Mhm.
For my Star Wars fans, only a Sith deals in absolutes. I live by that. We make that mistake in our relationships each and every day. You always that. Snapping off at the one that you're trying to lay down with at the end of the night. You know what I'm saying? So we got to be careful with those words because I know what he was saying. Like, I'm not going to be Mr. Technical with everything he said because you could pick apart anybody's words like that. Like, you know, none of us speak the Queen's English. We all make mistakes. But when you're making a proclamation and a declaration as such, you have to be correct with your words. Because saying black people never thought about killing each other, bro, we black people have fought wars. The first wars was waged on African soil when it comes to our species. You see what I'm saying? But in the context of what he's trying to speak on, he's still wrong because we had our turmoils and things amongst each other. Just because we're all enslaved, that don't mean that we wasn't getting into it for various reasons. You still had the class clown or the dude, the brother or sister that played too much and that was, you know what I'm saying? Like you had ones that would still disrespect you and this and that and the other. Yeah, we all in those harsh conditions, but just like now today, you on a job and you working next to a brother or another sister and somebody get out of line with you.
Mhm.
And you know what I'm saying? So it's various levels of degrees of him trying to paint, this is what I got from it, and I'm gonna pass the mic. He was trying to paint a picture, in my opinion, that we was all kumbaya holding hands and singing together.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And I don't agree with that because, I mean, you know, if I rub one of my brothers the wrong way, I know that they're gonna have something to say, and then they're gonna say, "Nah, it ain't all just peaches and cream, no matter what you say about your bro." I mean, excuse me, about your mouth, T'Challa. So I'm gonna have to come correct, otherwise I can expect some type of pushback, some type of conversation, and consequences behind my actions. Right. I'll just leave it at that. So I don't want to holler.
Yeah, and I'll say this, and I'll pass it on too. Slaves did kill other slaves on the plantation. I talk about it in my book, my new book, Mandingo Theory, Castrations of Africans in the Sex-crazed Conceptualization. You had a thing where they were utilized, where I talk about this and it's been documented, where they would pin other slaves against each other, where they would take in the middle of the night, take my wife and T'Challa is my friend, and take T'Challa and then take them in the barnyard or somewhere in the woods and come get me and forced T'Challa, which is my friend, to have sex with my wife. And if he didn't comply, they would either kill my wife or threaten to kill my wife, or they would threaten to castrate T'Challa right there in front of us. So, and then they will pin them and watch, and then they will egg on throughout the days, you know, egging on that T'Challa had sex with my wife till they pinned us against each other. And you had Africans on the plantation killing other Africans. And prior to that, like T'Challa was saying, we waged war on each other. And we do this to this very same day. We have disagreements with our brothers, our sisters, our mothers, our fathers, our cousins, our neighbors. And sometimes those disagreements turns into fights, into scuffles. And sometimes those fights and those scuffles, someone get hurt, someone even loses their lives. So on the plantation, it was not kumbaya. On the continent of Africa, it was not kumbaya. And going back to what he was saying, and I'm going to pass it, Master Mike, and I seen another video where he was putting emphasis on Africans selling other Africans, right? And it is true. But put context on it, but the way he was painting, and he was trying to do it on here, but on another video he tried to paint it, and this is why I disagree with him because on certain things I agree with him on certain things that he talk about, and I disagree with some of the things because some of the stuff he's talk about, again, you can tell that he's shooting from the hip. He's not well versed and well studied in some of the subject matters. You know what I'm saying? And that's where we come in, where we clear some of the confusion up. And I'll state this one more time and I'll pass it. It was not kumbaya. We fought and killed each other in Africa. We had disagreements. And on a plantation, he said that, you know, there was no killing on the plantation. Other slaves killed other slaves on a plantation. And I just gave you an example on what happened, and I talk about it again in my book. And I'll pass it. Go ahead, Sutek.
Yeah, so I'll say for his specific sentiments, it'll be something I disagree with. But I feel like, and I may be wrong, I feel like he was trying to get another message through, and it just didn't come out how it should have came out. So yeah, no, I don't feel like slavery was better. Or gang violence or the gang culture is worse, but I will say the state of the mentality of African American people is worse. If he would have said if he would have put that into context as a state of mentality of Black people in America, that has been worse during gang culture than during slavery, then I probably would have agreed. Um, the way we look at each other, the way we act towards each other, this hatred and disdain that we have for each other, um, I don't feel like it was more prevalent during times of slavery. It was more of a togetherness. Of course, that's not, it's a generality. It's not the rule. It's a generality. So, of course you're gonna have exceptions. But as a whole, I feel like there was more of a togetherness because we had more of an obvious common enemy at that point in time. Um, but to say that as a whole, black people were better in slavery, or slavery was better than gang culture, the 50 or so odd years of gang culture, then yeah, I don't. That would be one of the things I disagree with. Now, listen, I'm telling you, I don't agree with this man, everything he says, but he also admitted that he's a shock jock, which is a person who says shocking things for the reaction. So he's looking to say these type of things to grab the attention of people. So I think maybe that was one of those times, maybe or maybe not. Maybe he really feels that way, but all he can go off of is what he sees. He sees today's climate. He sees black people killing black people over gang culture. He sees black people robbing and murdering other black people, kids, women, uh, men, and mentally we in a fucked up place right now. So if he would have said that, then yeah, I could agree. But nah, this is one of the things I have to pass with him on. But hey, I don't agree. When I get a book, 9 times out of 10, I don't agree with everything that's in that book either.
Right.
I'm taking the prime points, the most centralized points of this book, and eating the meat and spitting out the balls.
Right. Right. And that's where I'm at with him. Oh, go ahead, Chav. Yeah, open your mic.
Well, yeah, you know, uh, this this I didn't I just like I said I don't like to do whatever. That's beside the point. The argument is just flawed because no, like he's not even attempting to explain. Okay, how did these people get into this gang banging situation? How do black people get there? Like it's a whole process, and he just completely negates that and
Mhm.
creates a fairy tale story just to get the shot. And that's why I kind of have an issue with people having this type of reach when they aren't educated in the shit that they talking about, and claim sometimes ain't, I don't want to say like he don't say things that I can in a sense agree with, like as far as gang banging being, you know what I'm saying, something that's not a productive thing at this point right now. It's not. I can agree with him. It's not something that is progressing black people. You know what I'm saying? That's the reality. If he was to say what he mean, and you know what I'm saying, mean what he say, I probably wouldn't have an issue. But I don't like. I'm a direct person, so when you get to trying to generalize some stuff, and then I can point out a whole bunch of flaws in what you're saying, and I kind of lose interest because you didn't even take the time to really think about what you wanted to communicate. You just wanted to just, you know what I'm saying, just give your opinion, you know what I'm saying? And that's fine, but you gotta make people, make sure that they know that's what you talking about, documentations and all that, and you ain't even mentioning what documents. What are you talking about?
Yeah. He
But
sounded smart too at the end, didn't he?
I'm saying if you not educated, you know what I'm saying, you will be something. I just can't do it, you know what I'm saying? But like I say, I can agree with the, gangbanging ain't good for black people in particular context. Like I can make an argument. I feel like I could make an argument as for the positives that come from it, but it ain't that many, just to be honest, because it's not the original intent of how it started is non-existent.
Exactly.
So I can't keep on holding on to that when it's only a handful of people still holding on to those values and sentiments. You know what I'm saying? I still hold on to that, but all I feel like I can do is be the example of what I feel like this was supposed to be. You know what I'm saying? Or how it was supposed to, and that's all I can do. And that includes, you know, being able to admit that this shit is not progressing us. It's at this point right now, like you got people doing you got Crips killing Crips and shit, like, so you got this is way out of control. There's no structure. It's like nobody even really knows the purpose anymore. You know what I'm saying? What are we doing? What's our mission? What, you know what I'm saying? What's our objective? We don't even have one. Niggas just getting down just to have camaraderie or have somebody to back them up at this point in time. You know what I'm saying? Me and Sean had an argument about that. You know what I'm saying? But
so let me ask: would the historical misrepresentation of slavery or the consequences of gang culture, which would be worse?
You said the what of slavery?
The historical misrepresentation of slavery, like he misrepresented, how he just misrepresented slavery.
I think that would be worse, because when you misrepresent it, you lose sight of how you even get to this gangbanging part to even address it. That's just my opinion.
Nah, man, I'm gonna say the consequences of that actual gang culture is way worse than misrepresenting slavery. We see people that misrepresent slavery in America all the time. The consequences of gang culture is jail and death. So I mean that shit ain't no comparison to me.
I mean, but like you kind of created a box of like, okay, it was enslavement and death was consequences of slavery. So we focusing on misrepresentation. I know I'm saying, but like when you created that scenario, it's real easy to defend that when you're not focused on what I'm trying to, you know what I'm saying, deal with.
I asked that though because that's what he did. He misrepresented slavery, but his central point is that
to me, his central point was better. I mean, because he literally said they had the white. They basically said, you know, the white folk, they gave you somewhere to stay. You know,
I can't co-sign that.
I mean, that's what he literally was saying that, and I'm like, what, nigga? This is how you're gonna make this argument? And then we have people that say that's a good argument. No, it's not. I'm sorry.
Especially at that point, because we only had some place to stay because we was kidnapped.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? We kidnapped and we forced to be on this plantation. It's not like when you say you have some place to stay. This is why I don't talk to a lot of people, because I get technical in the conversation. Black people, at least the white man gave you some place to stay. Wait a minute. We didn't our grandmothers and grandfathers way back didn't ask to be kidnapped, right? And contemplated jumping over during the Middle Passage into the Atlantic Ocean and taking our own lives, only to get here and have to have Jesus Christ and the Bible shoved down our throats, be castrated, ripped apart by horses, whipped, all types of stuff. And you say at least you had a place to stay. That's very irresponsible.
Yeah.
Agreed. And then you kind of go ahead, Kofi.
Oh, no. I was just saying I agree with what he was saying. Go ahead.
Now, and then another issue I see in a lot of his videos is, I mean, dude mentioned it in the other video and we was talking about religious fundamentalism. You know what I'm saying? That type of thinking, it translates into the type where it influences this type of talk. You know what I'm saying? He would probably thank the white man for giving you the Bible too. He gave you a God too. not only did it give you a place to stay, it gave you a guard that's like, this is the type of dude that he'll say. He just said things of that nature. You know what I'm saying? I didn't see, and that's just it's problematic with, like I say, with these type of people having this type of reach.
But that's a lot of people don't like that. He has
Right.
Can I talk?
he has
Go
stock.
ahead.
Oh, I didn't know. Oh, go ahead, Pino. Go ahead.
No, I'm just listen to y'all justify this stupid ass nigga. This is the type of shit you get when you get, excuse my language. This is the type of person you get when you give somebody a microphone that don't know what the hell they talking about. I know I just said, excuse my language, but this is it right here. This is the prime example of that, and you make them popular. So I wanna take my shot right now while I got a great opportunity to take my shot, but I don't blame nobody but Texas.
Why?
I blame Texas.
Here we go.
Grab your
Now we finna
popcorn.
get real. Now
Yeah. So I don't blame. All right. So I don't blame nobody but Texas, because we would have never heard of this nigga if Texas would have just handled their business. We wouldn't know who he is. A platform, a YouTube platform called Say Cheese.
All right.
Say Cheese and all them other. Nope. Get back in there. Get back in there. Turn your ass around. Get back in your room. Anyway. We wouldn't know who this motherfucker get. Go in your room. Don't look at me like I'm crazy.
Hey,
we wouldn't know who he was, bro. We wouldn't know who he was, bro.
Already knew him.
No, I ain't done. I ain't done. I've been listening to y'all, man. I've been listening to y'all.
Say Cheese ain't the only person that had that man on.
I ain't done. He done been on all these platforms. He done been on all these platforms because of some Texas Negroes.
Yeah, let him go in. Let him.
If y'all handle y'all business like grown men down there, instead of fighting each other over some snitching allegations, we wouldn't even be in this.
The state of Texas.
We wouldn't even be in this. We wouldn't even be in this, bro. Listen, no, Kofi, can I talk, man? I just been listening to everybody.
Man, let him get it out. I know you don't. Hey, hold on. I know, Travis. We already knew. Anytime somebody say something about Travis loses his mind.
But, hey, I stand up for this. I don't play that, man. I'm not going for it. Yes, but I'm not going for this, man. We're not gonna do this. I'm not gonna take a shot. He seen the opening. Kofi gave him the pick. So take, you know what I'm saying, came around, called the play, and there it is. He was waiting. He been waiting this whole time. Now it ain't Texas' fault. It ain't Texas' fault.
Go ahead, Sean.
I'm gonna say it one more time. If people wouldn't have gave him a platform, we wouldn't hear of his ignorance. He don't know what the hell he talking about. It's just like Sheffrin in the chat. Don't know what the hell he talking about, but he got a lot to say. So what I'm trying to say is, when you give people these type of opportunities, they're liable to say the British are our friends.
Damn.
He is saying the same shit. The British are our friends.
Come on, man.
Listen to this rhetoric. If Texas handle their business,
man.
What I mean by Texas handle their business is if they mute motherfuckers like him out. He don't get an opportunity.
Niggas in Texas not talking about him, bro.
Listen, man. I just need you to be quiet right now. I just need you to be quiet and listen right now. You got all that. You're gonna get plenty of time to argue back with me. You're gonna get it. You're gonna get it. But if you don't give stupidity a platform, you don't have this type of stuff. Now, what is his ultimate goal here? Is he a mold? Did he, because the way he's snitching at a level like he's trying to get someone out of jail or to get himself off a federal case. His mannerisms and behaviors, as if he's so dangerous, you can't even get near him because you know he police. But he can talk shit about your dead homie, piss you off to a point of degree that you really want to do something to him, but you can't do something to him because you know he the police. Like literally, listen to me. He pissing people off, bro. Whose son? Let's just take all the rappers who died. Whose son, father, brother, uncle died from somebody else's ignorance, and he uses it as an opportunity to boost himself up, and he get these views, and then we want to turn around and say we want to agree with some of the shit he's saying. No, we don't want to agree with that bullshit. We don't want to say we agree with the bullshit. There's a better way to get the message across without doing the clickbait shit, the attention horn, and all of that shit that people like him and Sheffrin do.
Stop, man. Be nice, bro. Come on now.
No, I'm taking a shot at Sheffrin because he in the chat. If you want to take it serious, he can, but I'm just taking a shot.
Yeah,
but anyway, the point of it all is you cannot give stupidity a microphone and a camera. You gotta silence it. Texas, handle your business. This ain't Tennessee, Mississippi. This ain't Maryland. This ain't California. This ain't New York. This ain't none of the other 49 or if you want to say 50 states or 51, whatever, however you want to play it out, you want to call, all these other places that want to be that.
But Sean, let me ask you this. But what would you think? You said the overall goal. Like I just got an assumption of what his overall goal is, but do you think he would be doing this if he had the funds to do what because he's an activist. He's an activist. He has done a lot of things in the community and still doing a lot of things in the community. And as I was saying earlier, I don't know if you heard it or not, but I was saying that most of the people that we
hold on, time out. You said he's an activist, right?
Yes, he's an activist. But
okay, what makes him an activist?
He's doing things in the community. He's trying.
Okay, so hold up. Walk with me. Finesse 2 times just got out of federal penitentiary doing 5 years. He's showing up and talking to youth. Is he an activist too?
You can say he's doing activist work, but
no. He's an activist too.
He has improved.
He's talking to the youth.
Okay,
he's talking to the youth.
Okay, but that's not the only thing.
Going to city council meetings.
Going to city council meetings. He's
doing all of that. Come on, we all know what the city council meeting shit is, bro.
Well, he an activist then. If he's doing all that, then he an activist then. I get to him.
But
we know what the city council meeting is.
But going back to what I'm saying, if you think he would do this if he had the money, most of our activists, if you can agree.
Yeah, if he had the money, he would not be saying shit.
Right, he was poor. So now, and I'm not agreeing with what he's doing, but I'm saying he's doing the same. What our people love. Our people love chaos, confusion. They love for trauma to be put on somebody else. They love to see that, and they love to put trauma on other people. This is what we get This is what they get their entertainment. I ain't gonna say we because I don't like that. This is what most people like.
So, and I agree.
Okay,
I agree.
So now his back against the wall. I can't do the things that I need to do. So now I got to get on here and do what my people love. Is cause confusion and chaos and get my bread up. And I this is what I see. I see the brother in the next.
The British are our friends.
Oh my God. Go ahead.
That is the no. All right, listen. This ain't a shot at Sheffrin, but it is the thought process of many people. The British are our friends. You have to liken that to the same thing. It creates chaos. That's all I'm saying that statement for is because it creates chaos. That's all he's doing is creating chaos amongst us. Listen, y'all are both, I know Sutek, we didn't talk about this. Sutek, he don't like some of the stuff he say, but he listened to him. And he agree with some of the stuff he say. And he told me what he agreed with, and I respect that. I don't think none of us would disagree with what he's telling children to a degree. But the damn children's parents is telling you to stop being a tattletale. So is it the parents or is it the parenting from the parents?
I mean, you made a point there, You made a point there. You know,
He telling them he trying to have a snitching boy scout. Boy Scouts.
Boy Scouts.
Hey, you gotta play that video. You gotta play that one too, Tech, man.
Snitching Boy Scouts. They already touching little boys at Boy Scout. Now he want snitching. He want them to snitch. So after you touch them, you want them. You know what I'm saying?
This the Black Boy Scouts.
Oh, it's a Black Boy Scout. My bad.
You gonna sign Bryson up, Kofi?
Hell no, he ain't.
Sign him up for what?
For the snitching Boy Scout.
Snitching Boy Scout. My kids ain't going to that shit, man. I'm sorry, man. I can't support that, man. I tell them enough to stop snitching and telling on themselves, right? At this moment.
Oh, but I you know, like I'm saying, if I believe in if you gotta tell, you gotta tell. And I don't know if you heard me say this earlier, Sean. I heard the snitching and telling.
I heard everything y'all said.
Okay, it's two different things now. You know, they're just two different things. Telling.
No, hold up now. Hold up. Yeah. Snitching is snitching.
No.
But but telling is what old women and men do.
Well, I'm telling you, you ain't holding up.
Hold up, Kofi. So is you telling or is you snitching?
I'm old, man.
I ain't
hold
snitching.
on.
No, I'm telling.
Is you telling or you snitching?
I'm telling. I ain't snitching. I'm telling.
So look, I'm finna keep it a buck. Sutek, don't do shit around Kofi. Tavid, don't do shit around Kofi. T'Challa, don't do shit around Kofi. He just told you he telling.
No. I'm telling. If you put me in harm's danger, where you get me where you my
Kofi.
freedom.
Hold on.
Man,
Kofi. Hold on. Let me give you a better example.
You missed the earlier part. He already told you he gonna tell if he in the car with you and you ain't let him know you got this dope on you and y'all get pulled over.
And you not holding up for it and they finna charge both of us. No, it was Sean's. His
So hold on. First of all, who got us pulled over?
You. I'm in the car with you. You didn't tell me you had 30 grand.
No, you in my car. I'm riding in the car with you.
No. I'm in the car with you. I'm finna. You my boy.
Stop. Say no more. Because if it's my car, and I know I got work in the car, it's my charge.
Okay.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah. A lot of people don't do that though. A lot of people say it ain't theirs. So when two people deny what they do, they put the charge on both of them. And I done been in an incident where I done went downtown and was finna get charged for my cousin having drugs in the car. He didn't want to hold up until we got down there to the precinct because he didn't want me to be locked up and didn't want them to call my folks. So he took the charge. And then I was in reverse later on when I did some time. I had a bunch of weight on me that I got caught that I tried to hide when the K9 unit came in. I kept my mouth closed at first. It was 6 of us. They were finna charge us all with the shit. I had stood up on it. It was my drugs. I'm gonna take the charge for it. Take me to jail. They took me to jail and they uncuffed the other guys. So a lot of people ain't saying though. A lot of people
Listen to me, man. Listen to me, Kofi. I'm just gonna keep it a buck. Listen to me real close. This is just me. I can't speak for everybody else. It's just me. Yeah. All right. So I got pulled over coming from Hardin Place after going to a hotel where I ran into a couple of people. And the couple of people that I ran into, you know what I'm saying, I knew them from the neighborhood, but they was in the hotel. So, you know what I'm saying, I had to go out there and holler at them. Y'all feel what I'm saying? I think everybody's smart enough to know what I'm talking about. When I was going into the rooms, the police drove by to see what room I was going into. But they ran a tag on a car that I was driving that didn't belong to me. It belonged to my cousin boyfriend, but I didn't know he had expired tag. I mean, he had the wrong tag on the car at the time. So they got me right there with me not even knowing that situation and then me being somewhere where I knew was hot, right? So they knew this, right? Now, I get on the interstate, it's raining. I get off at Bell Road. The light come on. The police done caught up with me and whipped me over. When they whipped me over, you know the first thing that I said? I said this. If they find where I put it at, I'm ready to go lay down and I'm ready to go do my time. Cause my daddy did his time, my uncles did their time, my cousins did their time, and my brothers did their time. I'm gonna go do my time. So I would never put another person in harm's way if it came down to it. If I knew that I'm in a car and my brother was dirty, he ain't gonna let me take the charge, but me and him gonna argue about the charge. Because I'm gonna get less time. He might violate and have to go do 10. I need him on the street. I might get 3, but he gonna have to go bag up 10. We gonna argue about that. You see what I'm saying?
My brother,
and that's wrong because he ain't trying to mess my situation up.
Yeah.
But he don't understand. I'm trying to keep him free. So we gonna argue about that big brother, little brother stuff. That's something else. But I would never put another person in harm's way, bro. I gotta go lay down, man. Every man in my family that came before me and after me, you know what I'm saying, gotta stand on that. That's just who we are. You gotta go lay down. Now, if you play the video with your boy done said, goddamn, if he go hit a lick with some people and he get caught and they running free, he gonna be like, hey, where y'all going? Y'all gotta come on with me. We all gotta do this time together. You laughing, but he said that shit.
Oh no, I don't agree with that. I don't agree with that. If they didn't get,
I need to understand what you're agreeing with here when we talk about snitching. Now, I'm asking you. I said, is you telling or is you snitching?
I'm telling. I ain't snitching. I'm telling.
Kofi, the police already know it's my dope. See what I'm saying? They know it's my dope. So why am I gonna put that on you? Or why am I ain't never understood why a dude stays quiet, then we go down there and don't nobody gotta say nothing. Everybody don't deserve to get 5 years for what I got.
Mm-hmm. I done seen it, dog, and I done been through it. So that's why
let me claim it and let you put some money on my books.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Yep. Get on down. But that far as my brothers, like even my brothers, like I got a lot of brothers, and 2 of my brothers that was close to me, they ended up in doing the same thing. They followed what their big brother did. You know what I'm saying? And my brother, one of my
beat up here, Black, bro.
Or what he's saying, but
now more chaos than Bloods and Crips. Bro, listen, right now, I don't hear shit from Bloods and Crips. The only time I hear from Bloods and Crips is when they trying to make motherfuckers check in California. As far as the local Bloods and Crips and all the other cities and states like that, shit ain't shaking like that, bro. Everybody else operating the way they operate. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you still got little petty beefs and little this, that, and the third, but everybody operating how they operate. It's like Bloods and Crips now is like cliques with colors. That's it. But there ain't nothing else behind it. And they're not creating a lot of chaos or problems for people because other people are still able to do business. You know what I'm saying? The people that's in the street. And that's what you want. You want to still be able to do your business. Right, wrong, or indifferent. You want to do your business. But when you start when you got stuff going on like it's going on right now in LA County, that's a problem for other for other people that stretch beyond LA County, because they make it harder for y'all to be able to get y'all money because you got somebody else now trying to get these other people to check in, and then y'all knocking them off, robbing them, and doing all this other stuff. Now other people can't do their business. You ruining money. And I never understood that. A place that's so impoverished, why the hell, with all the opportunity, it's the most impoverished place with more opportunities to be a millionaire overnight in LA. But yet, it's wasted opportunity. So I get what you're saying. I get the argument, the whole thing about how, gang banging, this, that, and the third. I ain't feeling none of that or anything like that. I'm with everybody on that, man. But ultimately, I just think that he could have done a better job, right? Just reorganizing his message and then targeting the people that he wanted to target and be a real activist. Don't take it personal and start attacking rappers as a way for you to get your name out there and the attention on yourself by creating this divide. Because what he's doing now is he's making himself a sitting duck or a federal snitch. And I think that where he at in Texas, he is a federal snitch. He is there for a reason. He is the hip hop mole. He is the new hip hop police by himself.
So you have an issue with him saying, okay, like once I understood what he was going with some of these rappers, like, and he said, and a lot of it is a character, and he's saying here that he's not disrespecting the dead when he talks about some of these dead rappers. He's disrespecting the character. And then if he was disrespecting them, he would address them by their names. A lot of this shit, I mean, it is characters. A lot of people
said, bro, he didn't say King Von name. What is Von name? He didn't say Von name, bro. Von is not a fucking character, bro.
So
this nigga ain't a character. This dude got a son that's gonna hear this bullshit about his daddy.
I think he really feel that way about Von.
Exactly.
But
he ain't just Von, it's other people too. But I'm just saying though, it goes beyond Von because he got kids, bro. A mama, sisters. Now, granted, he did what he did, and whatever the case may be. But I'm ultimately, bro, a lot of this shit, he making it personal for himself because no one else is speaking to him. You just can't. You gotta respect the dead, bro. No matter what. We don't have to live their life or their situation or agree with anything like that. You respect the dead and you leave the dead out of it. Just leave the dead out of it.
According to him, you gotta respect the people that's living. You know what I'm saying? You're supposed to respect your mama and your grandma.
Absolutely.
I agree with you. What about the people, mama and grandma who dead? You know what I'm saying? He said, fuck the dead people though. You don't need to be what you doing. But what if your grandma dead? What if your mama dead? What if your uncle dead? See the contradiction there?
Right, I see it.
All right, Pure Black, you're right. I understand what you're saying when you speak of California. I'm with you on that. And I will tell you right now, I've lost 2 cousins to their own gang members. So I would tell you right now. And I'm not afraid to put the video on the screen and let you see what these niggas shot my last cousin that died from his own gang members.
Yeah, we got Chicago too. You know, they got their own gangs. So we can't just go all the way in on the Crips and Bloods and be about the BDs and the GDs.
And about the SAs and shit too. They causing hell out there and Asian gangs. A bunch. That's not black gangs. This is the ones that get put on the news all the goddamn time.
The Latin Kings.
Right, but to his point, I don't think he give a fuck about what goes on in their communities and what goes on with them. I think he's just speaking for us. So, you know, it's a lot of neighborhood gangs too. Like in my city, where I'm from, it's neighborhood gangs. It's, you know, you got your Bloods and Crips, you got your G's, you got your Latin Kings, but you also have the neighborhood gangs that's putting in just as much quote unquote work as the Crips and the Bloods and all the traditional gangs. You fuck with one of them, you getting gone just like you messing with a Crip or a Blood. Actually, probably faster. So it's just gangs in general in the black community.
Then it's impoverished black people that's responding in ways that they don't have pretty much no other choice.
He's just a hypocrite, bro. Dude is a hypocrite. Why don't we just keep it a buck? What led him to jail? What did he do to land himself in prison?
He say he killed somebody at a young age, killed a white man.
He ain't killed nobody.
But you know, that was the narrative that he was saying at first, and then you know that later on it came out that he was in a car or something of that nature, and And but I can't remember exactly what it was. But you know, when I first got on to him, that was the thing.
So he was in a car. He was in a car with some people that did some dirt.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And did he tell on them?
Yeah, he tell on one of the dudes that's still locked up. He makes sure they stay locked up. Make sure they never get out. So I guess this man.
So that's why. But hold up, because he know that person to kill him. He know that person. If that person ever got out, that person will kill him. That's his biggest. That's his biggest threat. So now,
what is jail for though? What is jail supposed to do? Ain't it supposed
to rehabilitate?
Yeah.
So that man can't have the chance of being rehabilitated because of this man that makes the choice to go up there and make sure he keeps that man in jail. Every time he has a parole hearing, he ends up trying to tell him, don't let him out.
That's the hypocrisy. That's the hypocrisy in him. That's the hypocrisy in him. That's the problem in him, that he's not a solution. So so Kofi, now put him together. What I mean by put him together is the reason that he is an activist, right? So that he can put himself in a position to do just what he is trying to accomplish. Mm-hmm. And that is to imprison the person he was in the car with.
Oh.
No, bro. In order for him to have that type of influence, he has to have a platform. Do you understand what I'm saying now? He has to have a platform, Kofi. He has to be in the community. He has to be saying this. He got to be singing the song. He got to be doing all of that. All of it.
So you don't believe that he's doing that to try to get, the benefit off of YouTube so he can continue to make positive strides in the Black community. So you don't
I don't believe none of that bullshit, bro. The man the other day, listen, it's none of our business because you know what I'm saying? But the man the other day telling his business about his relationships and stuff like that. And what I drew out of that was he was like, when he said, y'all worried about this, that, and the third, is one of y'all gonna give me some pussy. When he say that, right? When he say that, that means all the elements of who he is on display. He's showing you. But he need that platform to drive a point home. He has a disdain and a disrespect for the person that he felt like got him locked up or got him in some shit. But he snitched his way out of it. Whatever it was. No matter all the other dirt he done did, because he probably done told on that too. But you're right, Kenan. He did tell us what he is. He told us to stay away from him. He is trying to make himself dangerous, and he is living by this principle. But it goes back to my initial point, and Chaves can get mad all he wants to. If Texas handle their business, we don't have this problem. We don't have this problem. We could figure out how to create solutions without this problem. And so now we got Kofi. Kofi is the next Charleston White.
Stop.
The man is on a platform saying that he's telling.
Stop it, man. Kofi, where the paperwork at, man?
Wow.
Where the paperwork at, man? I ain't seen no paperwork on my boy, man.
But that's what I'm saying. You can't, that's it, man. You can't put that label on somebody if you can't produce the paperwork.
Man, I didn't put no label on you. I didn't put no label on you.
Tell them you ain't in the street.
I asked you a question and you put it on the air.
But I ain't in the streets no more. I'm a civilian. I'm a law.
Oh, now you're a civilian. So you done renounced. So you done renounced the Bloods.
Mm-hmm. Renounce them. I don't even know what that is.
So now you ain't a Blood no more. You ain't B-Nut from the hood. From 49th and 49th and Killer Avenue.
Only till somebody piss them off. Then we gonna see it.
Hey, hold on, Kofi. You know turn around and show on the back of that neck with them red tips. You a law-abiding citizen. You ain't Jamie Foxx. You don't make it do what it do.
I'm gonna tell you, when you get your freedom took, And you gotta wake up when people tell you to wake up, and you gotta eat. You gotta eat what they give you, and not what you want. You can't move how you want to move. When you have a totally different perspective when you get out, and I had a totally different perspective when I got out.
Can you tell them like a motherfucker after that?
Yep, it's better to go to work and work for these folks until you figure something else out. It's better for you to remove yourself from people. That doesn't mean you're no good. And even if that means attaching yourself from a gang, because some of these people that we saying are gangs are not gangs. They consider themselves an organization. The Chicago have organizations. When you talk about the BDs and you talk about the GDs and you talk about the vice lords, the insane vice lords, you know what I'm saying, the CVLs, the Latin Kings and etc. Those, they consider themselves an organization and not gang, but it's all the same thing. They still doing the same thing.
They organizing gang activity.
Yes, they organizing gang activity. Yes, get criminal behavior. But once I got out, I all that shit went out the window, bro. All that shit went out the window. I had to figure something else out. That ain't what it is, bro. That's not what it is to be locked up in a cage, man, with people dictating what you do and then locked up with people that you have no idea with you, and some people that ain't got nothing to lose. Take your life in a minute because they ain't got nothing to lose. They got 30 and 40, 50 years. Shoot, they get another charge put on them. They just added on time that they weren't gonna never get out any damn way. So it's not doing nothing. They go to the hole or wherever it is, boom, boom, get 30, 40 days or whatever it is, and then get back out, man, and then it's business as usual. They go to court for the newly charged that they got, they get charged, they get more time, they get put back in population and shit that, so I'm just saying that's just not a good place for people, man, and for people to glorify. And most people who glorify those places ain't never been in those places or look up to people who've been to jail and think it's cool and shit, man. It ain't cool, man. It ain't to go to jail. It ain't cool, man, to destroy your own community, even though I know the reason about why we do some of the things that we do and why we have the mentality that we have, man. Now we just got to figure out how we can correct those situations. But a lot of it has to do with poverty. That's why you got a Charleston White doing some of the things that he's doing, because, man, that's where his bag is coming from. And that bag is going to probably facilitate some of the dreams and some of his some of his aspirations, and that's why we have some of the things that we have in our own community going on, you know what I'm saying? Because we want that money, we need that quick money, we need it fast, we trying to do this, that, and the third, and we can't do it working a 9 to 5, and sometimes it's hard to even get a 9 to 5. Some of us, man, lose our jobs today, man. It might take us 6-7 months or almost a year before somebody else hire us on the job. We done lost everything, because a lot of people, Black folks, live check to check. Man, you lose your job, man, and shit, bro. You ain't had a job in 2 or 3 months, man. You done lost every damn thing you done had because you ain't got nothing you won't have nothing to pay with, or now that resorts you to go. But a lot of this has to do with a lot of stuff that, that we don't talk about, you know what I'm saying, as far as different laws written, you know what I'm saying, to keep us in different, in certain situations, where, keep us, not wealthy, different things that they, different things that they put us in where we stay in these different positions, you know what I'm saying, certain areas that they push us off in. We know why these things happen when we talk about zoning.
Kofi telling, I don't give a damn what y'all say. He telling.
I don't care, whatever. I'm telling. You get in
Charleston Piesie.
If I get it, which I ain't gonna, but I don't have that problem. So
Charleston Piesie. I
got my own vehicle.
What's up, Charleston Piesie? I
got my own vehicle.
Charleston Piesie.
I don't fool with nobody, so you won't see me.
Kofi White.
With nobody. So
Kofi White.
Anyway.
Charleston Piesie. Kofi White.
Anyway.
Now you want to be a citizen. You done created all that motherfucking havoc. Now you're a citizen.
And I've been a citizen. Let me see. What was that?
Now you've been a citizen. You ain't been no damn citizen.
Since 2002, sir.
Now you've been a citizen since 2002.
Yeah, since 2002. Then got out parole in 2005, sir. Got out parole.
Now you done paroled out.
And I am been a top level citizen.
A top level citizen.
Top security of the world, Sean.
Come on, bro.
Not just the city, but the world.
The world. This dude.
Yeah, I'm telling you.
Dude, you telling. Okay, so all right, let me ask you this then, Kofi. Bryson killed somebody. Come and tell you. You in the car with Bryson. Do you take him to the police station and call the police on him, or what you do?
I drive to the police station. I call his mother, and I have his mother to come pick him up, and I turn myself in. I'm gonna take.
So you gonna take the charge?
I'm gonna take the charge.
So, but what if they got evidence on them?
Fingerprints, all that.
Yeah, how you gonna take a charge and they got the evidence on them? What you gonna do now?
I don't know, man. I probably advise.
Exactly. You gonna goddamn I'll tell the truth. You do know. You know what the hell you gonna do. You ain't snitching. You been trying to go to Mexico.
I would advise him to. I would on some real though. I would advise him to turn himself in.
No, you wouldn't.
Yeah, I would.
Ain't no way in hell you gonna advise him to do that. You gonna try to look. You gonna try to harbor a fugitive. If you can't harbor a fugitive, you're gonna be like, as far as I can get you, we try to get you to Cuba. And then we'll move down there. You know, when things clear up, you know, I move down there because I just try to retire and work from that. Hey, come on, man. Be honest. Every last one of us on this panel is gonna look for option A. Option A is the getaway. If option A ain't there, and he, you know what I'm saying, they just own him like that, then I'm gonna see you every weekend, twice, Saturday and Sunday.
I'd be scared, man. They gonna catch him and do something to him, man. So.
I feel you. I try to take the case too. I try to take it too, all day. You know what I'm saying? I try to take it all day. I feel you.
Donnie said he had that experience.
Who did?
Donnie.
Damn.
Fuck that.
Yep.
Damn, bro. Sorry to hear that, man. Cause I don't know what I'll do, bro. I'll lose my mind, man. You know, and we can only do what we can do. We can do the best, man. You know, to raise our children, man. But at the end of the day, they got their own. I mean, they got their own mind. You know, and sometimes they want to make. You know, they want to make their own decision, and sometimes the decision is not the best decision. Even though when you and try to show them the way, but you know, you just gotta let them.
Gotta put them on that Charleston White so they can stay away from gangs, criminal activity.
Dude said Pistol Gordon. Yeah, you're right. He did. What I was gonna say. I mean, I think as a father though, we do want to take that.
Yeah. I damn sure would try to take that charge for him. I've been in there, so I
had to ask you that because then you know what I'm saying, because we know ultimately you ain't telling, but see Charleston White telling.
Oh no, I ain't gonna tell on my son. No, I'm not telling on my son. I might advise him to do certain things, but I mean, I'll be real with you. If you say, Dad, I just need to get out of the country, I'm gonna get him out. You know, even if he wouldn't, I don't want to go to jail. All right, well, bet we gonna do what we can do to get you out of the country.
What if you found out Bryson was on some Jeffrey Dahmer type shit where he
oh, there y'all go.
He done kills 20 people, bringing them up to the crib, chopping them up, keeping their bones and all type of weird shit.
Buried around the house.
You got a cemetery around the crib now.
I probably like to turn his crazy ass in. Shit, I get his ass off the street.
You ain't gonna go too far.
Oh yeah, I had to get his ass off the street because I'll be scared. Shit, I'm next. Shit.
Donna said, hell no, I ain't turning myself in. Donna, you on the run, ain't you? Said, what if the child kill again because he got away easy? Aiding in the bed, yep. Said, Kofi a scared slave.
Yeah, I'm scared slave. I don't see it. Yes, sir, master. Yes, sir. I'm a scared slave.
Nah, I know, I know you gonna do that time. You don't want your son to do that time. You
Nah.
out, you know it is.
Hell no, I don't, man. I know my son. He wouldn't make it in there, man. Like he mentally, bro, he wouldn't make it in there, bro. He wouldn't make it in there. Oh, I go stand.
So would you provoke your son to, like, they go back to Sute question? Now that we said that, would you want your son to join the Black Boy Scouts snitching organization?
Nah, I wouldn't definitely. No, sir. No, sir.
Sute ain't shit.
No, man. But
you don't want them informing the laws about the criminal activity in the community.
I mean, like I'm saying,
we gotta clarify snitching.
Right, cause see, like I said, I have an issue, and I'm just speaking for me. Like I have an issue. Like we can't never get nothing done in our community. We hate the way our communities are, but we won't do anything to fix the community. And when I say fix the community, like sometimes we won't stand on, okay, well, look, I know who did such and such. You know what I'm saying? He killed Pookie Ray. You know what I'm saying? Pookie Ray, he killed Pookie Ray. He ran up on Pookie Ray, robbed him, shot him, and killed him, and won't turn him in. And now Pookie Ray still running around here robbing and stealing and killing people. But we mad because we in an infested area where there's a lot of robbing and killing on. But we can. It's something that we can do to try to fix the situation. Now if I'm doing a crime with you, Sean, and we agree on, okay, man, we finna run up in this dope spot. And we gonna run up in the dope spot. We gonna rob everybody in the dope spot, or we gonna lay everybody down in the dope spot. We gonna take the drugs and we gonna take the money and we get out. Now, when we get out of there and we get caught coming out of the drug spot, or we get caught down the street and they catch us, I'm not gonna say, or I get caught and you get away, I'm not gonna snitch on you because we agreed we finna go in here and we finna commit a crime together. And now I'm committing the crime with you, but I get caught. I'm gonna hold up for the crime. I did the crime. I'm not gonna involve you in it because you didn't get caught in it. I'm not gonna involve you in it. You see what I'm saying? But and that's different than somebody doing something in your damn community, and you see somebody doing something in the community, and then you won't inform nobody and let them know that this person is doing something, especially if they got a reputation of running around in the community causing havoc and confusion, but you mad because we can't get any funding in the community, or the property value low because ain't nobody coming over here because shit it's being run down, it's being ran by goons and being ran by thugs, and they're terrorizing the damn community. Man, it's a difference. I think, man, we should at least say something, so it's a difference on that end, you know what I'm saying, when it comes to people saying snitching. And that's how I look at it. If two people are agreeing to go commit a crime and one get caught and the other one don't get caught, then the other person hold up for it. You was in agreement to do a crime together. Y'all organize and strategize to go do some criminal behavior and doing the criminal behavior. I get caught, the other one get away, then shit, I mean, I'm gonna take the charge. I'm gonna take the accountability because I was there I was there too. Now it's up on you. Now, if you want to come and say, well, hey man, I'm gonna turn with you'll be a fool, because I damn sure when you get caught, I ain't finna go myself in, so I'm finna go to jail with my homeboy.
You gonna come in and do some of the time with your boy, man.
No, Jack.
So you ain't snitching there. You ain't snitching.
So it's just the lines are blurred, man. When we talk about snitching, man, like we talk about snitching, and then people. But even with that, like a lot of people scared to say anything in their communities because sometimes the people that might want to say something, man, they might go harm that person, man. They don't put that snitch jacket on them, and then they're gonna be looked a certain way. They're gonna be ostracized in their own community, and then it might be something, somebody might do something to them. So, it just, I don't know, man, but we be wanting crime solved, but you know what I'm saying, a justice for certain things, man. But I mean, we can't do it, man, if we, you know what I'm saying, if we ain't gonna stand on something and do something.
A question I have, Kofi, is what type of justice? Because you got people standing out on street justice, and you got some people that feel like nobody belongs in jail too. You know what I'm saying? They got nobody should have to go through. And I completely disagree with that shit because I've been to jail and there's some crazy niggas in there. You know what I'm saying? And them boys is what they call a threat to society. Not just me or you. They just to everybody. Some people belong in there, but some people don't want to accept that. You got people that you want somebody to go to jail. If this nigga did something, you know what I'm saying, super heinous.
Yeah, he done robbed and raped Sister Bernice down the street, man. Hell yeah, send that nigga to jail, man.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, send his ass to jail.
You got some people that's not they not down with that though. Man, what you willing to send somebody? I've been there, nigga. I've been there, and it's a place for certain people. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. It's not for me, you know what I'm saying, but it's a place for certain people. Mm-hmm. I ain't gonna act like these people out here don't exist. That okay, you can't follow regular, you know, you can't not be a threat to other people. You know, they got to do something. Something gonna get done to you regardless, because you got street justice where they want to handle it. You know what I'm saying? And then you got people that they'll let authorities handle it. So it gets tricky when you ask what. I be curious as to
hold up now. I gotta ask you something. I gotta ask you something. So is Cowboy a snitch, or is Cowboy standing on business?
I feel like
no. Speak from your heart. Don't give me no feelings. Go ahead.
Based on what is he doing? I don't feel like he got locked up because old boy got locked up because nigga got locked up because that shit's on camera. Everybody seen who did that. Now, if you want to say you not guilty, that's on you. You have the right to make that. But just because this man wants to get up and say, man, this man ain't call you no snitch, bro. That doesn't equate to snitching to me. But based on what Rolling 60 and all other kind of crip knowledge and standards, just assisting the laws in general makes you a snitch on the cool. You know what I'm saying? You're not supposed to help them with anything. You're supposed to let them do their own work. But then that gets tricky because you got shit going on where you may need some assistance that some shit might be out of your. But just stick to Cowboy. No, I don't think he's a snitch. Me, Travis, don't feel like he is.
So put me up on game. What did he do? What did he do for Sean to ask that question? What did Cowboy do after that? He took the stand, and according to the gangsters rule book that nobody has, you know what I'm saying? Nobody knows the author of. You can't take the stand and help the police. Rolling 60s, you got dude like Brick Baby and other dudes saying, "Hey man, he's no longer a part of Rolling 60s." But then you got him saying he walking down Crenshaw, claiming the 60s, telling niggas to run fades, and nobody wants to run the fade. Well, that's another thing that you call somebody a snitch. But you're not doing like y'all was saying. Nobody doing nothing.
No consequences.
Yeah, that's crazy though.
Like, what are we even making this mention for if we're not gonna do nothing? Which he said you got a problem with what I did. Come run the fade. And some people say it's not supposed to be a fade when you snitch. But I'm like, everything is a death sentence now? Like he's telling these people that the man, from the conversation that he heard, the man never called this man a snitch. He told this man, "Hey man, say you got word on the street is some paperwork out here. You know what I'm saying? You might want to go look into that." Him saying that got his life took. And some people say, "Hey man, he shouldn't even said that." When in reality, on the cool, he kind of looking out for dude. But apparently that was just a rumor and ain't no paperwork. So that's even crazier. Why kill somebody? You know what I'm saying? He didn't necessarily put the jacket on you. He telling you it's already on you based on other people. I ain't saying this is what you are, but this is what people are saying out here. Hey, you got to kind of move around from up here with that. So why? Because it's a bunch of people that got shot and died and shit.
This is why it's destructive. If it is supposed to be a death sentence for him, because the only thing that be going through the back of my mind when I hear all this shit is Zimmerman is still alive, running around this motherfucker, auctioning off Skittle bags and the gun that he used for the like for real. Like this shit, it don't make sense to me. It don't make sense to me, bro. Our priorities is fucked up.
It's just that whole value system is irrational. It's illogical and irrational, and some people accept it for what it is. You got gangster niggas that accept it. Yeah, it is irrational, but you still going by. Why would I accept something that's illogical? You know what I'm saying? Why would I stand on something that's not rational? That don't make no goddamn sense.
Yeah, it don't make no sense. Because I would want somebody to come out and point out and identify if somebody harmed my mama or took my mom's life or any one of my family members' life, I would want them to take the stand and point out the person who did it. But I mean, they just wanted him just to tell what happened, because like you know, from what I'm assuming, because what you saying, because he was already on camera, they already got him dead to the right.
They got him coming and leaving,
right,
and then coming back.
Right,
and leaving again, and leaving food, DNA, and all that kind of shit, handprints on shit, getting people numbers and shit before he even must go out there and fire somebody. He got a female number in the place, but he crazy though. He was upset. He was mad with this man. He was so mad that he had to get a number first before he went to go. You know what I'm saying? Do what he did. Which is why he got the consequence he got right now. Shit don't make sense.
Was already solved. Cowboy just got on the stand and said he's saying it's for a certain thing that was supposed to be said. Cowboy saying that wasn't never said. That conversation didn't never take place.
And people is arguing.
Say that.
People arguing that just by him doing that qualifies him, because he's not supposed to even help them at all. You're not supposed to do that. That's why the grandpa ain't they got the bond on him, but they took it off because he didn't want to. That shit's glorified. Your partner supposed to be your main nigga that y'all rapping with is not willing to come. You know what I'm saying? Say what he said. At least at the minimum, hey man, this man ain't say nothing about no snitching. I don't know what all that is about, but it was a whole conversation about so and so. That's it.
Let me ask y'all something. Is snitching is cooperating with the authorities on the dead? Is that snitching?
According to some individuals, snitching is snitching. You know what I'm saying? They I guess it's an old law. You know what I'm saying? They stand on no telling. You're not supposed, but I guess all the people that died or they in jail, they got snitched on or something, because niggas ain't going by that. You know what I'm saying?
So I mean, but
you referencing Kofi D,
or not even Kofi D, Terrence Gangster Williams, like him
too.
Yeah, he got he's embracing it, but they done put the snitching jacket on him. He cooperated with the authorities to get out of prison, but he gave them some old cases so they can close the cases, and all of his friends that committed the crime, they dead. So he snitched on a ghost. So he's snitching on ghosts. So how you snitch on ghosts? That's what I'm saying. So how would you say it's snitching?
You mean ghost. Just keep it ghost.
He supposed to stay in jail and suffer, Kofi. That's what he supposed to stand on his suffering. That's what
you ain't supposed to be able to wiggle yourself out of that situation by not affecting nobody else or putting nobody else in a fucked up situation. You just supposed to lay down.
That's crazy.
Ghosters.
Now I don't agree with it, but this is what's being said. It's why Birdman don't want no dealings with him. Boosie now Boosie say he lost respect for him and all.
Maybe they maybe they get locked up in the afterlife. Maybe they know something we don't know. Maybe they getting locked up in the afterlife.
They got that paperwork up there, man. You know what I'm saying? Wherever you go, hey, come on, man. We gotta talk to you about this paperwork we got on you. Somebody just dropped the dime on you.
Before you walk into heaven, let me holler at you.
Yeah.
Gotta clear this up, man. Cause the streets been talking. The hood's been getting, it's been getting around. But you was telling, man. So we gotta go ahead. Pack you out up here, and then you know what I'm saying.
Hey, that's
you
some
good.
damn good detective work. Them niggas don't show up when you call them from round the block. And them niggas show up in their afterlife.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Before we let you in the do-wop.
Yeah.
Tell him on,
Hold on, let me pull up my Google real fast. They got Google up there in the afterlife too. You know what I'm saying?
It said before you do-wop. Before you enter the do-wop.
Let me holler at you.
That's everybody on the solar boat, ain't it?
Oh, shoot.
Everybody on the solar boat.
That's crazy, man. I'm puzzled by that because what when you snitch on somebody,
I think gangster told before that, man. We don't know the whole thing though. We don't know the whole thing.
We don't, because they said it. What he did still affected some people that was living still. That's what I heard. That's why people are still fucked up about it.
But how? That's what I'm saying, because they can't.
I think it might have been other people tied to the murder though. You feel me? It's other people tied to the murder. It ain't just the person that's dead who committed it. It's people that is other people that's on the charge or whatever.
Yeah, I can see that if that's the case. Yeah, I can see that.
They were saying some shit like that.
Oh, okay. Well,
it's tricky. It's tricky. I know they did Kofi, but it's still telling.
I don't know, man.
I'm not gonna hate on that man. Freedom though, man.
If man, dead,
and if the paperwork,
nigga say he did tell.
Okay, and I don't know how can you look this up, man? Far as you telling on the dead, do they actually go through and do paperwork when you snitch on the dead? Because there's
I don't know how. I don't know.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure they do.
Maybe they trying to put some cases on my cousin. I don't know. If that happened, I'll let you know.
See what Kofi D did. I don't think nothing wrong with that. Like, dude already, his nephew. He put it on his nephew. He already dead, bro. So it ain't nobody else involved in that. He was the only person that's supposed to be involved in this shooting. So you insinuated this one person that died already, that got killed already, did it so you can stay out of harm's way. I don't see nothing wrong with it.
I'm telling you.
Okay, well then what about the dude Louisiana, the daddy that snitched on the son? Who was with his son?
Oh, the P&B Rock thing?
Nah, not the P&B Rock thing. It's a Louisiana rapper who on trial, or Florida rapper.
Yep.
Who on trial, who locked up right now. His daddy snitched on him.
Yep.
They had the daddy and the son, and the daddy just told on the son.
Yep. They had him down there. They showed I seen the video of them actually questioning him, and he was like, he wasn't worried. And then once they told him what was going down, you could have seen his expressions and his body language just totally changed. But yeah, his dad told on him. His daddy told on him. And I ain't never heard
the dad involved in the fuckery.
I don't know. Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, Kofi. Yeah, his daddy was. He named his son as the shooter.
Yeah, that's snitching, man. He's still well alive.
Yeah, but they said the daddy a street dude like it. Like he got a reputation on his own marriage. Like he used to get it in like it anyway. And why his son had way retarded.
He looked like it too. And I never heard of him before. I never heard of that guy. Never heard of him. him being a rapper. I never heard his music before, and I ain't went and checked it out neither.
Me neither.
So, yeah, that's crazy.
I ain't had no reason to. I ain't gonna lie to you. I ain't gonna listen to this shit.
Yeah, me neither. Me neither, man. But shoot.
But is all this shit still from these niggas in Texas, bro? Telling you.
Say, man.
You control them
How
niggas, bro.
come you don't blame social media, man? He doing it on social media. You gotta blame the
Nah,
state of
man.
Texas,
Y'all
who has not
responsible
even
for y'all own
gave shine the
politics,
light
bro.
on that man.
Y'all
So-
responsible
Nobody
for
shine
y'all
that
own
light on that
politics,
man
bro.
out here.
So what about
I
Zero?
just barely started to know this man a couple probably last year.
Nah,
Maybe.
bro.
I used to see
Y'all
the videos
responsible
on
for
Facebook.
y'all own shit, bro.
So we talking about Texas. What about the Zero situation where he
Oh,
was on the news?
So-
what we think of that?
I don't. You saying that he snitched? Is that what you saying? Because he got on there and he said,
Hell yeah, goddamn.
I'm just asking what everybody think.
No, that ain't snitching. That nigga is an entertainer.
Yeah, I
That
don't think
nigga is telling.
An
That
incident
nigga
happened to
nah,
him,
bro.
and in order to keep his phone from continuously ringing and people asking, "Hey man, what happened? What happened? What happened?"
He snitched.
He went on the news with
He
Isaiah
snitched.
Carey, who he is very good friends with.
He
If you follow
snitched.
Zero, this is not the first time he's been interviewed by Isaiah Carey.
He
You know what I'm saying?
snitched.
Okay. All right.
Where the paperwork?
That
He
sir.
snitched.
Okay,
He
but
told. If you want
It's
to
in
say
the
he told,
videos.
But right,
It's
but
in the videos.
I would have did it too. I would have cleared my name. They put footage. Okay, they put footage out there with the man balled up in the fence, getting beat. So they painted a narrative like
they got his ass kicked. He snitched.
like a buster. They painted the narrative of him being a buster,
right?
And that
he is a
he
buster.
didn't get. They
He
said he
snitched.
didn't get jumped.
No,
they
right.
say ain't nobody jumped
He
him.
snitched.
The truth gonna come out, says the person that claims to be the truth. You know what I'm saying?
And Trader said
he asked if he snitched. He snitched, nigga. I don't care what y'all talking about. Y'all do all the justification
Where's the
y'all want
paperwork,
to.
man? You call
The
somebody.
motherfucker.
You gotta be careful.
Nigga,
You
they
heard
don't
what
need no
happened to
goddamn.
Lip.
Hold
You
up,
heard what
hold up.
happened to
Time
Lip,
out.
man, because
Time
somebody
out. Time
no
out. Time out.
paperwork.
Time out. You telling me that they need some motherfucking paperwork when they got the video? As if the video ain't enough motherfucking evidence?
Where is this? Who got arrested, sir? Even with the
Didn't
video
y'all
out
say
right now, who got arrested?
Hold up. So okay,
Who got
so
arrested?
you
Who's
mean to
there?
tell me that you didn't hear a rumor that motherfuckers was trying to fuck with Trader Truth when he was in Atlanta doing some other work and all of that old shit?
No, I ain't heard nothing about that, man. Zero worried about his own goddamn business, man. He not worried about no goddamn
If
trade.
he worried about his own goddamn business, he should have shut the fuck up. Acting like a little bitch and take his ass.
His business is to be Zero. Zero is on camera getting pummeled.
So you don't let that shit out.
His business is being
his partner the one who leaked the shit.
Stop arguing with that. I mean, stop arguing with Sean. Stop arguing.
What you mean?
He keep on getting me, Kobe. I don't know why I let him get me every time.
Fuck ass nigga out here
Don't say
snitching,
nothing.
bro.
He just sit there. He laugh. He got his popcorn. Look at this. Sean, they got him. He done reeled him. He done baited him in and got his ass on here. Now he passing. They talking about Roe. You know he's finna go crazy. My boy Roe no snitch, man. I ain't going for that.
Roe dry snitch, bro.
Ain't no dry
You don't
snitch,
believe
man.
that? You don't believe that?
No.
I say he telling.
Nah.
I wouldn't say he's snitching.
Yeah, I
He
say
telling.
he telling. He ain't snitching. He telling.
Man, this nigga doing both.
Nah, he ain't
He
snitching.
clearing his name, man.
He
ain't
They
clearing
tried
his
to make him
shit.
look like a buster, and he explained what happened.
Yep, and
He ain't no buster.
And Zero
He ain't have to do that,
and
bro.
Trader Truth will paint another story. I don't think he would have because they had a conversation like right afterwards. But you know,
That's what I'm saying. What
we don't
was
hear
he
about
doing
that
doing all
conversation.
them goddamn live streams?
Have y'all listened to Mike D?
Trey did.
Now one of
Why
y'all
was he
listen to
doing
Mike
all
D, so
them
let's not
live
talk about that
streams,
conversation
bruh?
and how that conversation went.
Why
You
was he
don't know
doing
about
all
that
them
conversation.
live
You on the
another
phone?
streams,
How that
bruh?
conversation got started?
He tried to act like they ain't jump him. He did paint a different story.
yeah, Trey painting a different story.
I don't care nothing about. I don't care. I don't give. This is what I'm saying. These Texas niggas, bro. Y'all don't get y'all shit down there straight. Get this shit together. Shit. You get the shit together. We ain't got
this whole time,
to
man. And Trey do some buster shit. And that, we fell off all the way, man. Nah, he put a black eye on the city.
Man.
He put a black eye on the city with that.
Y'all niggas shot Boosie, man.
Gotta get this.
That was some Dallas niggas, man. See, that's why we got to contextualize. Houston don't got. We ain't shoot at no Boosie, man. You know what I'm saying? We got plenty of love for Boosie. You know what I'm saying? And much love for Roe. You know what I'm saying? Right now, the streets is feeling kind of funny about Trey, though. You know what I'm saying? He's supposed to be the truth. But we ain't getting no truth.
If I got the news and say Kofi,
you got that boy giving Dave Chappelle a piece and chain like ain't nothing happened. You know what I'm saying? I'm not feeling that. I feel like he should have got a donkey of the day from Charlemagne or something.
Yeah. But you know, I think his work outweighed that one bad incident. I fool with Trey. You know what I'm saying? I rock with Zero. You know what I'm saying? I rock with both of their music. You know what I'm saying? I like Zero a little bit more than Trey, but I like both of them. But you know, I can get past that one incident because I know that one incident doesn't define Trey the truth. You know what I'm saying? I just didn't like, you know, he didn't stand on.
No, though. My thing is, if we gonna call you Trey the truth, I need the truth from you, bro. At all times, you not gonna give up the truth. Like Sean say, go ahead. You should have never said nothing at all. Don't come out talking about the truth gonna come out. You ain't do some shit. It wasn't nobody jumping in. Nigga, y'all nigga was jumping in. Nigga, it's a whole video. Then you mad harassing the man that took the actual video. He put a case on you.
Yeah, whoever was recording shouldn't have been recording though. I agree with that part.
Man, we is in 2022, man. I agree somebody should have helped, but the should have mentality.
Listen, bro, they snitched.
I'm right now at this point right
what
now.
You say, bro. He snitched.
2 hours and 16
say whatever
minutes
you want. Say what you want.
46 seconds. I am ignoring my brother's son and his antagonizing. You know what I'm saying?
I don't care. Y'all, you love that nigga music all you want to. Motherfucking pussy ass snitching.
Get it out.
Motherfucking nigga out here snitching this shit.
Ain't nobody said sure.
Shit.
But
let him get it out, Kofi. Let him. He got to get it out. You know what I'm saying?
I ain't
got a fade to run when he come out here though.
I ain't got to
catch.
I ain't got none of that. I ain't got to. Yeah, you ain't finna Charleston White me, nigga, on here trying to tell my business.
I ain't gonna tell on you, nigga. They gonna see you.
I know what kind of nigga you Texas niggas is.
They gonna see.
I know what kind of nigga you Texas niggas is.
Demonstration beats conversation. Look, I'm from the home of Sars M Hotel, man.
Look at him on here snitching.
I'm from the home of Sars M Hotel where we practice. And our motto is demonstration beats conversation. So if I say I got a fade for you, you know what I'm saying? You go
see what I'm talking about? Kofi, you got this dude on your platform snitching.
I'm making guarantees.
You got this dude. Look at him. On his snitching, bro. What's this nigga proud of, bro?
Y'all crazy, man.
Ain't got no
Zero shit and break. He said, look, there you go, Pure. There you go, Pure. Zero should embrace his snitching ways.
Say,
goddamn,
I'm ignoring PB too.
Texas ain't got nothing but Charleston Whites around there.
I wouldn't call that situation a snitch, but the incident back when was it?
With J Tom. I know you want to talk about that.
Yeah, man. They in the car riding. They get pulled over. J Tom got drank.
Mm-hmm.
They like 12. Like who drank is this? Zero like it ain't mine. Everybody, both of them saying it ain't mine. Zero like, okay, this was mine. I got a zip of weed. I got an ounce of weed. This mine. Right. This the only thing that's mine.
Right.
So that would lead you, if I'm 12, that would lead me to believe that the drink is the passengers. So
look, Zero went to jail with that nigga. They both went to jail for drink.
But one of them got time.
Okay, but who? So was Zero? Was the drink Zero's?
He
claimed that Zero made himself clear. Zero made himself clear.
He had weed. He was very clear.
Zero said the weed. Zero said the weed, man.
But they both denied that the drink was theirs. That's what you saying?
Right. Yes.
Yeah, he said the weed, man.
I would have told too when he just said when he went to
Look at
hold
him. I would have told. I would have told.
Now
When
who
he
drank
was
was
old,
that
so-
though? We don't know. We don't know who drank it was. We can't say it.
Kofi, we don't know who drank it was.
Oh,
Man,
okay.
ain't nobody leaving no drink in no
see?
car for days and days.
Shit, niggas that sip drink be out. They be tripping, especially when you got a whole them niggas, man. Them niggas fall asleep in their car.
Sute.
Them niggas
He
be
helping
up.
you
The nigga
though.
was
He
asleep when
helping
he
your
said
point.
he seen a nigga get pulled over and shit. I was enjoying my high.
He helping
I
your
was
point.
enjoying my high, and I
He
wake
helping
up
your
and I
point.
see, nigga, you high? How you
Zero
see? How you
snitch.
see a nigga get pulled over driving crazy?
Zero
and you
telling.
say you enjoying your high?
Zero to Popo.
Oh man.
Zero, you got him right there. Zero to Popo.
Oh, man.
It's just like Megan Thee Stallion in her situation.
Here we
Just
go.
all kind of shit.
Here we go. Let's go.
All kind of Houston. All
Let's
kind of
go.
shit, bro. All
Let's
kind
go.
of shit. All kind of shit. What you do?
What about Megan? She's missed
All
too.
kind of
Nah,
shit, bro.
that might have to be the next show.
Yeah, that'll be the next one, man.
All kind of
We need a
y'all
whole show
snitching,
for
bro.
that.
Hey, listen. Yeah, that'll be a next show, man. We've been over here 2 hours, almost 2.5 hours, man. I think this was a pretty good
Nah, bro. Nah, it wasn't no. Nah, don't end the show. Don't end the show.
Sean
Nah,
came
don't end the
back.
show. Don't try to change.
Zero
Nah, don't
don't
end the show.
represent how many years he been in prison. That nigga did a whole bunch of years in prison.
Don't listen, bro. Listen, y'all let him off the hook with the Zero shit. He admitted Zero snitched. He said, we don't know who drank it was. We just know it's some drink in the car. We don't know whose it was.
That ain't snitching, man. That's
That ain't
taking your
snitching.
char. You just said you want a nigga to take their char. A nigga tell you,
that
hey
ain't
man, that's my weed.
Man,
I'm taking that.
But he was high, remember? He don't know who drank it was. He don't know who drank it was. He don't know who drank it was. He don't know who drank it. I don't know who drank it is. That's the answer.
What you
The
learned
answer is this my weed. I don't know who drank it is. You don't say this my weed. You don't say this my weed. Cause they gonna get the weed over you.
I know you gonna fight. I got the weed in my pocket.
What the police do? What the police do when they search you? What the police do when they search you? What the police do when they search you? When they pull it out for you?
They ask you, is there anything in this vehicle? And they say,
Now,
you say yes.
Hold on. Let that register.
I already
Let
know you're
that
gonna find it 'cause
register.
I didn't hide it good.
Let that register. Let it register. I'm trying to let you. Let it register, bro. Let it register. If you just said when they search you, they pull it out your pocket, it's your weed. You know
Obviously.
they know it's your weed because they just got, man, I found
They
a
just
half ounce
asked
of
what's
weed
in the car. You telling them what you have.
No, you don't need to tell them shit. You don't tell them shit because they just pulled it out your pocket.
You want to, sir. You got rights. You can say something. You can exercise your freedom of silence, or you can exercise your freedom of speech.
Kofi. No, Kofi, you got pulled over by the police. When they searched you, they found.
I took nothing but weed, so I got 6 of them hoes.
Kofi.
I took every single one of them.
When they searched you, did they find some dope on you? Did they find dope on you?
You talking about when
they searched you, then you know what the hell I'm talking about. Did they find dope on you?
No, they didn't. If you talking about when I went to jail, no, they didn't find nothing on me.
Okay, but they found some dope in the car, right?
They not in the car. They found the dope. I went and took the 8-ball and went and shoved it up under the stairs, right across from the other complex right there. But somebody already seen me, and they went. The K9 unit went straight to it. So when they come back,
so your dumb ass didn't throw the sack?
I didn't. I went and tried to hide it.
No, your fat ass was supposed to go run and drop that shit somewhere. Then goddamn throw your hands up where you know they couldn't find that shit. Leave them out there for the search. Easter egg hunt now. They got to go out there and spend 2 hours looking for it.
Yeah, I ain't do that.
Oh my goodness gracious! How did you sell dope in Mississippi? That's some country Mississippi ass shit.
Bro,
let me go hide it in a. Let me go hide it. Nigga, it's an 8-ball. You should have stepped on that shit. Anyway, Zero snitched.
Nah, man.
When they pulled the weed up off Zero point, when they pulled the weed off of him, when he says right? When he says this my weed, he ain't got to say this my weed, nigga. We know it's your weed.
Man,
Nigga,
you
they just took it off you.
sat here and talk about taking our goddamn charge. Now you talking about don't take your charge. Now you contradicting
No,
the fuck
I didn't say
yourself.
I didn't say anything. They
Man,
know the
we
weed
just
is
sat
his
on here
already.
and verified
No,
that shit. We all gonna take our charge.
No, don't try.
You
try
said
to
you
justify.
take your
Look
charge.
at him. Look at him trying to justify.
Taking his goddamn
Sutek,
charge,
you hear this
nigga. I
shit,
didn't
right?
took
He
my
trying to
charge too,
justify
nigga.
this shit. He trying to justify this shit. You
Man.
trying hard. You fighting real hard for this snitch.
Ain't no snitch.
Yeah,
you fighting real hard to label snitch.
Yeah,
You doing a good
it's
job.
a lot of this whole.
But you
I
ain't
see
gonna
what's
convince
going
me,
on
player.
in Texas. I see what's going on in Texas.
No,
Y'all
you don't know
telling in
what's going
Texas.
on out here, man. You
Y'all
got
telling
a
in
clouded
Texas.
view.
Y'all telling in
what's
Texas.
going on out here, man. You
Y'all
came out
telling
here
it-
for like 2 days.
Y'all telling in Texas.
You think you got a whole wrap around the
two
whole
days.
city.
I've been way more than
man,
motherfucking
you
2
don't
days.
see nothing. Nah, you ain't spent that much time out here, player.
You telling in Texas.
Hey,
You telling shit.
so who I'm finna go. Who go in?
Nah, hold on. Check the chat, man. Check the chat. Let's see what the chat say. He said bots agents in the chat. Slavery, Denzel, what's your excuse? Denzel Shabazz. That's your birth name, or did you choose? Pure Black shirt. Oh, okay. They arguing with.
Like they on somebody named Denzel head right
Yeah,
now.
they on his head. They on his head. He said the number 0 represents how many years he done in prison.
Nigga, that shit ain't even factual, nigga. You can look up that nigga. You can look up that nigga spin number and shit, nigga. Joseph McVeigh, nigga. Go look that nigga shit up, nigga.
Look how passionate he get. Look how passionate he get. Look.
Nigga, that ain't no factual information, nigga. I'm giving factual information.
I'm with you. He did do some time.
Hey, Megan snitching and lying at the same time.
We'll see. Come November. We'll see.
Kofi, I'm finna send you this book, man. I'm done.
All right. Well, man, look, we finna.
I got it to 96 pages.
All right. Okay, yeah, that's cool. That's cool. All right. Well, we appreciate everybody, man, for tuning in to the show. I still didn't do what I said I wanted to do. We went over, but we're gonna be doing another show, man. Hopefully we'll be doing it next week. Some of us and Wu Jao and them, we be doing part 2 to the show. The book release / authors discussion. We talked about the importance of writing, but we didn't get into the process of writing because the show went on for 3 hours. So possibly next week we'll be coming back and doing that show, and I'll give away some. Instead of me giving away 1 book, I'll give away 2 books, but I'll give away 1 book, a shirt, and a hat to one winner, and then another one I'll just give away 1 book. And appreciate everybody who purchased the book yesterday, who purchased the book Friday, and who may purchase the book in the future, man. I appreciate y'all for the support. If y'all don't know what I'm talking about, please go pick up my new book, Mandingo Theory, Castrations of Africans and the Sex-crazed Conceptualization. Again, it's a pretty good read. I'm going through some stuff. People, I may mention some stuff that you possibly may not heard of, some stuff that you may have heard of, but never went into depth on some things. I'm touching on the psychology of the European and the African. The psychology of the European and the Arab, man. Like I said, man, it's a pretty good read, man. It's nothing too intense way to go over your head, man. Almost 200-page book, man. I think you can read it probably within 2 days or so, the way we got it formatted. But again, man, go to Same Tree, Different Branch Publishing, and get Mandingo Theory, Castrations of Africans, and the Sex-crazed Conceptualization. And those who purchased their book yesterday and Friday, I'll be mailing out all of y'all books tomorrow. Either probably be tomorrow morning or tomorrow afternoon, and I'll shoot each and every one of y'all the tracking number. Again, appreciate y'all for supporting the publications, and just be patient with me, man. I'm gonna do a giveaway, man, probably next show, and that'll be the first thing I do before we jump into anything, is do the giveaway and the questions. That's been my mistake. That's what I should have did in the beginning. But I want to say, man, well, shoot, I'm gonna just say, man, peace, man, everybody. Hope everybody have wonderful rest of your Sunday, man. Anybody else on the panel got something to say before I end the show?
Yeah, I got something to say.
Mm-hmm.
That nigga Zero snitch, bro.
Oh my goodness.
Anyways, go buy a Kofi book. Look out for volume 5 on the way. You know what I'm talking about. Go buy my book. You see it right there. Go buy Sars, the book he did on Islam. And if you ain't got the Sars code, you way late. If you ain't got volume 4, you way late. Y'all need to buy all that. You know what I'm saying? Number 5 coming up out of the squad. You feel me?
Yep.
That's
and
what
I got a surprise too. I got a surprise.
I got one too. I got a surprise too.
I got a surprise.
Man, all I gotta say is Meg snitching in line about Torres shooting on the pinky toe like Della Reese and Harlem Nights. Tune in for the next show.
All right, man. Yeah, we out of here, man. Please go support all the various works, man, and please support the upcoming works that's coming out real soon, man. And like I say, man, I got a surprise I'm excited about. I'll be this bowl. What you say? I don't know how you say that, but talk about that later on within the year before the end of the year. But yeah, man, peace, man, liberation, and motivation and elevation, man. We out of here, man. Damn, I'm on the wrong one to end the show. Well, let me play something. I want to play my brother music, man, before we go out of here, man. Let me play.
Yeah, play some. God,
let me play some.
Snitch culture killing me.
Nah, hold on. Let me play. So I want to play my boy Ibaka, man. I just dude fired of me. I'm gonna play something. Oh shit.
JC, you cold for this one.
Solid, riding around with that recipe. Whatever you call it, whatever you call me, to know that I will always be solid, solid. Ain't no running away from that. When the plan is in motion, where do you stand? In the field, ain't no sitting in the stand. For the ported bill cities on the sand. For the million children city with a fan. City feel like hot fire with a pen. Going down like airplanes when they land. They don't know what it takes to be a man. It takes a lot of strength to shake a hand. Greet one another, greet your brother with a helping hand. Solid, riding around with that recipe. Whatever you call it, whatever you call me, to know that I will always be solid, solid, solid. Riding around with that recipe. Whatever you call it, whatever you call me, to know that I will always be solid, solid.
Zero gon' snitch on me.
I see you, Ibaka, man. Truth to power millions. That's Ibaka, man. That was Ibaka song, man. We out of here, man. Sure, you stupid.